coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it. Not a coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it.
I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my, how ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, man, they wanna take up. lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my, how ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up.
You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. I can't believe it's been all these years.
Swag on the track.
My friends tell me I should have moved on a long time ago. What do they know? What do they know? And I don't want to be selfish. My heart breaks every time that I see you smile. 'Cause I know that it's not me who brings it out of you. And I don't need to be selfish. My heart breaks every time that I see you smile. 'Cause I know that it's not me who brings it out of you. And
Would you say that we are the original Native Americans?
No, that is a misnomer, a falsehood, an outright lie. Okay, that's exactly what that is. We are not the original Native American. There is a history that Native Americans have, and actually, it's disrespectful for African Americans to go out and say that they're Native American to the rich Native American cultures that have been here for thousands of years.
Break the lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my, how ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up.
they were brought here from the soils of Africa.
This is the problem, Cuddy. I want to talk about what the black people say, what the black people went to. They want to go to some whole other shit. They run from the question. They can't find anybody who says what they say. Can you find?
Why are you lying? Martin Luther King.
No, he doesn't.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, hold up. Didn't you just see me playing?
No.
Okay.
Hey, listen, fam.
Go ahead.
Hey, bro, we're not gonna let you just come over here and say dumb shit when we have archaeologists that from the 1800s. Books, we got plenty of things.
But hold up, Chief.
I need him to address the
Not a
science,
coincidence.
bro.
Not a coincidence. Didn't you just see me play Eddie Griffin, and he just spoke to that? I just played Tariq Nasheed the other day.
He wants to find some pale skin.
I'm saying.
He needs a pale skin to say it.
I'm saying, what do you need? What are you saying that we're lacking?
So look, this is what you're lacking. Somebody made the claim that Martin Luther King says that we're Aboriginal. What I just put in the back chat is a speech.
No,
he said we exiled in our own land.
Don't bro.
Ain't
No,
hold
don't
on,
do it.
stop.
No, we're not about to do that.
Ain't y'all
We're not
saying the
going
same
backwards.
thing?
Let's go to what we can prove. He never said he was African. We
What's
know
the
that.
point?
Stop it. We're going back to the science.
All right.
You sit on a throne of lies. No, you said that we don't have any
Stop.
foundation.
Hold on.
No, sir.
Hold on.
Only address the
Can I
science
say
that
what
we're
I'm saying?
providing.
It take me 10 seconds.
Okay, then address the science,
The
please.
claim was MLK saying exile the own land, which equals Aboriginal. What I'm saying, I put a speech from 1966, March 17th, where he says that we came from Africa and was in slavery. Y'all be lying.
Now let us notice first that we have made meaningful strides. And I think I should point out that the Negro himself has come a long, long way in re-evaluating his own intrinsic worth. In order to illustrate this, a little history is necessary. You will remember that it was in the year 1619 when the first Negro slaves landed on the shores of this nation. They were brought here from the soils of Africa. Not like the Pilgrim Fathers who landed at Plymouth a year later, they were brought here against their wills.
I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Break the lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my. How ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up.
Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. I'm just gonna. Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. Now, everybody in the world know the Aboriginals can't fight. I'm just gonna keep it real. Everybody know the Aboriginals ain't got nothing for themselves. We're gonna keep this shit real. If you're an Aboriginal, man, I hate to be the one to break it to you.
Damn.
But nigga, you ain't never saw no Aboriginal war, nigga. Man. Send me a video with a timestamp. You ain't never seen no Aboriginal war, and they won a successful military only when they fought with us last year.
So he's saying they over. Yo, he said they got no lead.
I didn't know he was going hard like that on them.
Oh,
he said they ain't got no wins, and the only time they did win was when they linked up with them. You heard him say that?
Look, shit. Look, hold on. Get your shit off. Top. Get your shit off.
Get your shit off.
See no Aboriginal war, and they won a successful military only when they fought with us last year. And they didn't even win out of them phase.
Nah, this is classic, y'all. This is classic. This is classic, right?
Yeah, I think
where's smoke signal go?
Yeah, let's get some. I want to keep playing this, but let's get an Aboriginal up here for this, man.
Yo, the link is pinned, y'all. I need.
Not a coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it. Goofy motherfuckers.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question now.
But why do you keep calling them an Aboriginal? Why do you keep calling them an Aboriginal?
Because we the ones who made these cities. Slaves didn't make cities because they didn't make cities work
out this shit right now. So look, Cass, we gotta take our people back. They keep trying to name these people Aboriginals and all this other shit, and they not. So this is Benjamin Banneker. He's the son of Robert Banneker and Mary Banneker, right? So let's come down here real quick. It says from their descendants genealogists. Their descendants genealogists. Their descendants genealogists. Y'all understand that? His grandmother Molly was an English dairymaid who had been falsely convicted of theft, indentured to a Maryland tobacco farmer. After working out her indenture, Welsh rented a farm some land, eventually purchased
She
2
was
African
indentured,
slaves.
bro.
No, yo, stop, Rob, stop. Be quiet. You can hold on for 2 seconds. Welsh rented and farmed some land, eventually purchasing 2 African slaves, who she freed several years later. Welsh wed one of her former slaves, Banaki or Banaka, said to be the son of a chief. Their daughter Mary also married an African.
Wow.
A man from Guinea who had been enslaved, baptized as Robert and freed. So where do y'all get, and it says who took Banaka as his surname upon the marriage. So we got Molly, who marries the first African. They have a daughter named Mary, right? So here's Mary Banaka. And then she meets another African from Guinea, and he gets baptized and changed his name to Robert, and they have Benjamin Banaka. So that's what I'm here for. I'm taking back the ancestors. He's an African. Y'all gonna stop trying to bring him up as an Aboriginal. That's just it. He's an African.
Okay, can I just rebut it? Can I rebut it? Just 1 second.
There's nothing to rebut.
Break that lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my. How ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up. Break that lane, I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my. How ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they wanna take up.
Today we're back trying to battle some of this misinformation. So today we're going to deal with Giovanni Verrazzano's claim in 1524 when he says the natives were dark like Ethiopians.
Flowing the Atlantic coast from Carolina up into the New York area, he had wrote a letter to Francis I, the King of France, in 1524, describing the Carolina Indians as being dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians. Giovanni de Verrazzano had described the Carolina Indians as exactly resembling the Ethiopians.
So what starts off as a harmless observation of some darker skinned people, this observation turns into ideology by the Black Aboriginals of America, where now Black Americans, they don't descend from West Africa. We was lied to, and now they descend from America. But they don't take into consideration who Verrazzano was comparing these people to, and we're going to look at that. He says, they are dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians, with thick black hair, not very long, tied back behind the head like a small tail. As for the physique of these men, they are well proportioned, of medium height, a little taller than we are. They have broad chests, strong arms, and the legs and other parts of the body are well composed. There is nothing else, except that they tend to be rather broad in the face, but not all, for we saw many with angular faces. They have big black eyes, an attentive and open look. They are not very strong, but they have a sharp cunning and are agile and swift runners. From what we could tell from observation in the last 2 respects, they resemble the Orientals, particularly those from the farthest Cenarian regions. So the first question should be, who are these Orientals, and where's the Cenarian region that they're comparing these people to? But for some reason, all these memes and everything else leave that out. So when we look into who these Orientals are, they point us to the area of Asia, Southeastern Asia, specifically southeast of the Himalayas. And when we go and look at the people who are of this area, they don't look nothing like these American Negroes, nothing like these Aboriginal Americans, nothing like these Black Indians that are claiming this as a, look, see, this is proof that we've been here. This is not what you get from that. So when you take everything that they say in context and we do a correct analysis of the context of what we're reading, We do not come to this is the American Negro. We come to this is what these people look like, or they describe them as looking like. And that's it. I'm out. It's not a coincidence that the conscious community is not so conscious.
Gentle beats. How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh at them. Many niggas ain't even know shit. I kept trying to get this nigga to share my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. And they keep trying to draw it like they know it. But he hit blind as heavy, he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. Call him Jimmy, he don't even pop out, cheap holiday in. Like he started something, but he can't even defend. Now the apple's looking at you like shit, what you on? I ain't gon' let cuss while they lucky take the key crossbones. He say fuck the apple doctrine, that don't need to stand up. He say fuck that look of shit, my nigga ain't he said that. Hey, you better quit lying on granny nigga shit and tell you that shit. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking phase? How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh at them. Many niggas ain't even know shit. I kept trying to get this nigga to share my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. And they keep trying to play the straw man like they ain't noticed. But he out here blind as heavy, he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking phase?
No offense, but if you still think stocks, real estate, or crypto are the best passive income investments in today's
Culture freedom. I just met these ladies out here in the park randomly. How many of y'all ever heard y'all had Indian in your family?
Absolutely.
Everybody heard that before, right? Where did you hear it from? Who was the person I told you?
Our grandmother.
Once again, thank you very much, lady. I appreciate it.
All right.
Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they it, but they not. Every time I look around, they be on TikTok. Every time I look around, they saying something pseudo, knowing it's a lie, acting like it's really true though. Harriet Tubman's real, Nat Turner is a hero. I'ma keep it a buck, then Calloway's a weirdo. I'ma keep it a buck, Karimio is too. The research lie, he could never tell the truth. That coward A1, he's a miss no more. Just give me a shot, I can miss no more. Just give me the rock, it's a must, I score. These apples need to see a doctor, it's for sure. Hey, Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they real, but they fake. Always on YouTube, we could never get a break. All they do is cherry pick, diet their own sources. Pick the copper color, but not the hair of the horses. And DNA is not real, it's only for entertainment purposes. Can't believe how many times I heard this shit. Can't believe how many times I heard the same shit. Asking for the slave ships. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said, how many times Grandma said we got Indian in us? It's a legend. It's a family legend.
What's up? Not a coincidence. Can you hear me?
What's good? What's good? Yeah, I hear you. What's
Hey,
good?
what's up,
Big up
Cujo?
Virginia.
Big up Virginia. What's
Big up
going on?
Virginia.
Who's
Yo,
this
I
dude in
caught
the chat?
who?
The white dude with the white.
I think he's trolling.
He's trolling.
I seen him before.
Is he Nabo?
No, he's a white dude.
He's a white dude.
Yeah.
I never met him before though. I've been busy with school lately.
Oh yeah. How's that going?
Yeah. It's been going well. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna finish up on May or June.
All right. Yo, Cujo, you there?
I think he's asleep.
I'm here. I'm trying to turn the other junk off. I'm here.
All right. So if y'all ain't know, Cujo was on Sonetta earlier. He had a show. Cujo, how'd you feel about it? Well, let me give him a sec. He said he's trying to turn something off.
I don't know. So, not a coincidence. Where's Lucky?
Yo, I didn't feel like I really got to get it out there, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because my main thing is approaching them cats is talking all that bullshit, for one. And two, you know what I mean? I feel like I don't like the way the chick was talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like that threatening and all that stuff. I don't be looking at the names or something, you know what I'm saying? But it was a woman, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like all that tough talk, like somebody know you and all. Man, I don't care about that, man. Like, if you want some beef, like if you really in this life, like I done been out here in real life, like I don't talk that beef stuff because I know what it really means. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you can do something to me and nothing's gonna happen to you. You know, so I'm not gonna even talk like that, man. It's like it's just reckless.
Was it Sister Freedom?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was it what part of the show was it towards the end?
Yeah, towards the end, the one that said she was a quarrel family.
Yeah, that's Sister Freedom. That's
that man. That means nothing to me.
Yeah.
That means nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like all that claiming, dude. You cannot be from Virginia and sit here and tell me about how Virginia people is Indians. You can't. Just can't say that to me.
He's backwards. She'll sit there and be like, I'm African descent. Well, we all are African descent.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
That goes without saying. Yeah.
So
we don't even have to
What
say
about
it.
me?
I mean,
black.
Andy, you know you're an Indian. Grandma said you're an Indian. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about
Kelly, what's up, dude?
Nah, that shit ain't cool, bro.
What's happening? Who threatened you, fam?
It's gravy. I ain't worried about the threat. It's just like, why would you even go that far with it? You know, because like, if I activate on this shit, then you know, like how I feel about it. I
No,
don't
but
take it
I
too
know,
seriously.
but this shit's ridiculous, man. Look,
Yeah, don't talk to me like that, man. Like man, come on, bro. You don't realize
people too old for
how,
that
like,
type of shit. But people
I'm
talk
thick
that
out
shit knowing.
here in real life. I'm thick out here.
Yeah,
You know what
the
I'm saying?
people who threaten you
dog.
like that, but for the most part, man, the people who threaten you like that in real life never gonna pull up and really ain't on that kind of time. It's called keyboard warrior. You know what I'm saying? These
I know,
dudes.
but it just bothers me that you would be so reckless to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm from the crack era, bro. Like all this stuff I see people doing on the, TikTok and talking all this shit, man, niggas be dead quick. Like we couldn't talk like that.
Hey,
It's just
Cujo,
that
can I
serious,
say
Shad.
something?
I'm serious, bro. We just don't talk like that, and it just bothers me when I hear it, cause like somebody can be revved up on that and get killed. Cause I'm from Richmond. That's all I'm gonna say on that. With all that talk, that's it, dog. If nigga don't know what that means, then I just gonna leave it there.
I'm from
Yeah,
Oakland, basically, where all that shit basically got started from. So
I'm from
you know what
Richmond.
that was. So
I'm
yeah,
saying like we real
that shit
big
was
on them
crazy. Well,
the
you
Roscoe.
we
We
from the
big
same
on the
era.
Roscoe, bro.
We from the same era. You know what it is? The '80s was wild, bro. People don't know how wild it was in America during the '80s. You would have to been
Cujo.
around or to see it.
That shit just hurt my heart when niggas talk like that. And then like honestly, like I appreciate that, just being, a nigga letting me talk and shit. But I'm ready. I'm ready, yo. I'm ready for this. Like I mean this, man. That's how come I appreciate y'all. I feel like we're a family, bro. Not a coincidence. That's how I'm serious, bro. Like anytime you up, you see I'm gonna come up here. If not to say anything but what's up, I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? And Kylie, and you too, Andy, in real life, because you've been here since I've been here. So I gotta show you that love. You know what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
dude.
But that's how it is in real life, bro. Like, I'm about that shit, dog. I don't play, man, about us. Because it's about us. So anybody that's going against who we are, you know what I'm saying? It's all this kumbaya shit. That shit cool. Like, I don't got no problem with the Andys of the world. You know what I'm saying? I want him to exist too, because I respect him. I respect his ancestry. Even though,
I respect you
me and
too,
him are
dude.
loosely related. Me, him, and not a coincidence, and countless other black people got some type of connection with the Native Americans. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So I respect them on theirs. But bruh, this about us, dog. I don't play that shit, dog. I don't play that shit at all.
Yeah, it's fun to be a sidekick.
Andy, don't start your shit.
Yeah,
Well,
Eddie, I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He been here. When I first came through the joke, he was here. So I always respect that. You know what I'm saying? And then like I was in Texas, so I know how the Mexicans roll in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do too. Where he from?
Yeah. I
And no,
know how they
where he
roll.
but where he from? Now they really roll where he
They
from.
roll. They roll in
They roll,
Texas
yeah.
and they roll in LA. I
Yeah,
know
I'm
they
gonna
do.
tell you this right now. If these dudes was talking like the ones that be talking about trying to say like these Mexicans fake, these dudes would never say that down in Southern California. I promise you, you wouldn't see them no more.
They
They
wouldn't
would
say that
never
shit in
talk like that.
Texas either, dog. I'm telling you.
They wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to find it. You couldn't say this. You couldn't say it in Arizona. You
I
wouldn't see.
doubt it. Yep.
You couldn't say that up in Northern California either, bro. Like I said, these dudes, you guys talk brave on the internet. You're not gonna show your face, but you're not gonna go to none of the places and tell these people they fake, bro. You're gonna be missing. I'm trying to tell you, you're not gonna be talking reckless like that, bro.
Quick. I seen it. I seen it in Texas. I seen the Tex-Mex go against the California. Man, I seen it.
Bro, I grew up with Nuestra Familia and Mexican Mafia, bro. So yeah, I already know X13, XIV. There's no way in the world you talking like that, bro. You just not calling these people fake, or even talking about the people in Central America, Central and South America, saying that they fake. You not saying MS13 that these people ain't really have no ties to
you
this land.
really
You're not
not.
doing that.
You really not.
Or even not Latin Kings or none of these. You're not saying this to these people, bro. You're not.
You're not.
I agree with you.
hold on real quick, y'all. Yo, Lucky, what's good?
What's up with you? What's up with it, family?
You definitely feeling me. Good, Lucky.
You say what?
Now, I was just saying, Cujo was saying we family over. Yeah, I said definitely. What you up
Oh
to,
yeah,
No
you
man?
know
doubt.
it's Big Up Virginia. You know we rock
Yeah,
with
right.
Cujo.
Big up Virginia. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? But now I
It's
think, like as far as the Sarnetta shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I just mainly wanted to attack certain people. Like straight up. Like I don't care if you're a chick. You know what
So
I'm saying? I
what
don't care.
what type of pushback was you getting? Because I caught like probably like the last hour.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna mute up real quick. But Cujo, I know you. It was your first time. I ain't like how the crowd was trying to do, and
Yeah,
I
there's
ain't
one at
like
me.
how the politics they was trying to play. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And if your name on the title, you supposed to have some type of control on the panel. That's what
Yeah.
usually everybody gets.
Yeah, I kinda thought so too. You know what I'm saying? But they bought into the civil rights thing, and everybody want to say integration was the worst thing to happen because you're not really looking at it
No,
from the
because they don't
standpoint of us.
understand.
Yeah, like we
Well,
pay
listen,
taxes.
you got two. Yeah, we're paying taxes. You got two different schools. You got a black school, a white school. The white school is getting all the money.
Yes.
Black school isn't. They was talking about separate but equal, but wasn't shit equal.
Yeah, well, shit equal.
So what else do we do? You know what? Nah, we want the schools to be integrated. So we
I
can have
mean,
access to that same money.
and being a student of history, being a consummate student of history, it's like I can't look at it like that. I can't look at it like, no, we shouldn't integrate it. No, we should have self-segregated. We should have self-segregated. We could have still done shit on our own. But the problem then is the problem now is we don't have the semblance to make us have the solidarity to be like we're one people. Because don't nobody want to be black folk. Don't nobody want to be niggas. Don't nobody want to be slaves. Don't nobody want to be Africans.
So
We
they
want to
was,
get away from all that bullshit.
it was going in. I didn't catch that part. They was going in about civil rights,
Yeah.
integration. Like what'd you bring up to make them?
I didn't bring up anything. They just started talking about it. So, I just rolled with the conversation. I kept on trying to
See,
steer it back.
That's why. Yeah, you're supposed to stop it there, especially if you're not talking about that.
I wasn't even trying to talk about that. My
No,
time,
that's what was making me upset, Cujo, was that they kept getting off your topic. And it became like it was like 3-4 different people spending 20 minutes on side conversations. You know what I mean? So but you did your thing though, man. You did your thing.
Thank you, bro. That's right.
The information.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, bro. Nigga can't look when I be like the Maryland. I told y'all a long time ago when I say that when I be bigging up Virginia, it ain't. I'm bigging up us. You know what I'm saying? I just figured out a way to do it. That sound good to me because it's about us. This is where we from. You know what I'm saying? Not just Virginia. Like I said, it's these places, Maryland, Duke, Northern Georgia. I get them that now. But you know what I'm saying? That's us, man. I shout out New York too.
And I got connections to all those states you just named.
That's what I say. That's
every
what I
last
said.
one. Yep.
I said, look, it's no way you did your genealogy and you didn't find South Carolina or Virginia. It's no
remember,
way.
I showed you my great grandfather Jack Holly from South Carolina.
I mean,
my great grandfather from Virginia. I got another great grandfather that was from Maryland. So I'm in all those states.
On, man. Yeah. I mean, and it's
that's
not
something but just to let you know, Cujo, when you first came around, you start bringing it up. I said, "But goddamn, how the fuck did you know all that?" I mean, I said, man, when you came out, you said, "Yeah, you got family. I know where your family from." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then all of a sudden, I said, "Yeah, I'm connected to all those places." How did you know? But then you explained it to me, and I was like, "Man, so I respect you for that, man."
It ain't no brilliant shit. It's just being a student of history and looking at like no one ever told me that. Like I never read that shit in the book. I never read the shit about the domestic slave trade in the book. I had to investigate that shit on my own.
But you learned the migration patterns.
Yeah, I learned that shit. I was because I was interested. You know what I'm saying? So like when I was up there, it was like, give me a source of people. I'm like, I'm not giving you a source because if you're sitting here having a conversation as my peer, then you should know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you should know that. You should know that black people just didn't end up in California. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if you don't know, then it's okay. Then I can walk you through it. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we're peers. We're not. You know what I'm saying? In that particular, we could be peers in another, paradigm. But in this particular thing we talk about, we're not. I'm not going to sit here and
all those people that say that though, all their family, like I said, like Choctaw Mac, his family got to California at the same time mine did, and mostly in the 1940s and 50s, bro.
No question.
That's where 99% of us came from.
Remember last show? Hey, Callie, remember last show? He's talking about natives in Oklahoma and our relations, and then somebody brought up Juneteenth. Well, a lot of the blacks from California came from Oklahoma. There were so many of us that when Juneteenth hit LA, it was called the Oklahoma picnic.
For real.
Well, just to let you know, family, I have family in Oklahoma City. I got family in Oklahoma City. So yeah, you're right.
That's
Texas,
amazing.
Oklahoma.
I didn't know that. See what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm always learning. That's the thing. I'm not sitting here making up shit. I'm not trying to put it out like I know some niggas.
And maybe I have to show you. Maybe I have to show you that connection. But I really have family in Oklahoma City for real.
I learned.
It was the Great Depression that was pushing us that way.
Yeah, because everybody was broke. Everybody was broke. Everybody was broke. Man, we was broke until World War II, actually. That's when America became, you know what I'm saying, when you know, similar lines and all that shit. When everybody went off to war.
I mean, Cujo, what do you mean? We all own land. It was all God's glory.
Yeah. Oh, land, what you gonna do with it though? Where you gonna sell your goods to? You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? No matter where we gone, have you noticed our culture is the same, right? Our culture is the same, no matter what.
World War II, like put Europe in such disheveled Europe to such extent that the United States was the major industrial power, and that's why the United States is what it is right now. That's one of the reasons. The United States is what it is right now. We didn't get bombed and all that stuff during World War II like England and Germany and all those places did. You know what I'm saying? They building up.
And
When you
Cujo,
look at the
like
wars in Africa now, you look at these people fighting in Africa now, it's like they fight each other. Yeah, the Europeans did that shit in the early 1900s.
right,
The same
because
thing.
they, like you said, they country was in turmoil.
Yeah.
And they needed the Africans for resources, and they needed
Yeah.
the Africans for trade at that point. You know what I'm saying? It was if it
They
wasn't
needed.
for Niger and really all the francophone countries, France would have been a shithole long time ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's on its way there right now with all these
Yeah.
francophone countries starting to break away. Man, France is in panic mode as more West African and Western Central African countries are starting to wake up and see the light. Because
And
the
they
young
should.
kids in Africa understand what time it is. It's the older folks who have been corrupt, but the young kids are tired of this, and that's why
Yeah.
there's been all these uprisings.
It's the same thing that happened here. When you had the people, you know what I'm saying? Like if you look at just something like the Civil Rights Act, like that shit was good for niggas like on the surface, but the niggas with money are the ones who benefited. They benefited more. Like niggas weren't going to Harvard. You know, niggas weren't going to Harvard. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I love the chat. I love the chat. Hold on, my bad. But look, I don't know who this is. He said, "Ask the Lord." Look at Public Enemy. You're on the wrong platform.
Oh wait, what? I didn't see it.
Yeah, he said, "Ask the Lord." I don't know what we were saying or what. He was just like, "Ask the Lord."
Yeah,
Public Enemy right behind him, like Joseph. You on the wrong platform.
in the wrong platform. It ain't about that.
You made the wrong turn somewhere, Joseph.
Yeah.
That boy said, "As the Lord."
I'll pass. I don't even believe the Lord exists. So just to let you know, I don't believe the Lord exists.
But hold on, back. I want to know what else happened
Leaving it.
on Sinetta. What else stuck out to you? Cujo?
And then, like,
we
you know,
we can play some if you want. We can go.
yeah. You can play. It's cool. I'm all the way down, nigga. You know I'm all the way down.
I know.
I like how Cujo had he had Reggie turned up.
Yeah. Yeah, Reggie. You know, and then they tried to focus all the questions on Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he had that certain type of swag when you was on the panel today. Reggie wasn't going for that shit.
Yeah, I seen it. 'Cause Reggie from Virginia. He from Newport News. You know what I'm saying? I know how Newport News niggas do. That's
Because
757.
they be thinking they can get Reggie because Reggie doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
because he
not
be
that
playing nice.
Yeah,
Reggie
because
be
he's
playing nice.
older.
He doesn't know.
He's not
Or
really.
he's not smart. He's
Yeah,
not
he's not really confrontational.
the talking point. He doesn't really
Yeah.
know the talking point.
Right.
So like he can get he can just give a simple yes, but not knowing it's looking like a confirmation for them. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the way they frame the question or something.
Yes.
So that's all Reggie. But Reggie, he's well equipped, great researcher.
Yeah, but I'm letting y'all know that I was over there repping for us, nigga.
I already
For real.
know.
For real. I mentioned you. You heard me?
Oh, you did? Good looking.
Yeah.
Word. I appreciate that.
That's you, Cujo.
Yeah, that's me.
This the beginning. You want any part you want me to go to or start
I
from?
don't remember, to be honest.
You want to go to when?
I do remember. I remember, but I don't really know, like to say it offhand. You know, I'm a
Cujo,
humble
can I ask
dude.
you a question?
You always can ask me a question. Stop asking me. Can you ask me a question, dude? Just say what the fuck you say.
I just want to know: are you a baby boomer or are you a Gen Xer?
I think that shit gay. For real, we just had all that shit. I mean, I think like I never knew that. I didn't know I was Generation X until like a couple of years ago. But yeah, like I guess I'm Generation X. I was born in 1976.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm Generation X. I did go outside, and I grew up with video games and all that shit. I grew up I had an Atari, I had a Nintendo.
Same here, man. You the same. We the same generation.
Yeah, we the same.
Not a coincidence. Is in the generation after he's a millennial.
Yeah, he a little younger.
So
he just missed the cut. He just missed the cut.
What year you said he was, Cujo?
76.
So you got me about 7 years.
Yeah.
I was born 70. I was born 77, bro.
You born in 83. Yeah,
You said you were born in 77. My mama was born in 78. Y'all boys.
For real.
Boys,
Your mama was born in 78. That's wild, yo.
My mom, like I said, I had an Atari, bro. I had an Atari in the early 80s, bro. So I remember when Too Short was selling tapes out the back of his trunk on 85th, and he sold them. So
yeah,
I'm just telling you, man, before he starts, I'm about running around.
Yeah, I grew up with tapes. I grew up with like when people still say videotape. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody videotape shit no more, but people still say it. Like videotape. Like, I videotaped you. Nah, ain't no tape no more. You know what I'm saying?
Digital.
Yeah, we had cassette tapes and stuff like that, man. I mean, I remember my dad had 8-track player and stuff, so my dad had reel-to-reel, 8-track, all that. So, man.
Nigga playing vinyls and shit, nigga.
I still got them. I got records too.
The Michael Jackson Thriller, I had the album. You know what I'm saying? The whole album with the vinyl. I wish I still had that, man.
Hey, did that shit
I have Houdini. I got Houdini records, bro.
Yeah,
I got Houdini, LL Cool J.
I had it.
Got them.
I had the 45s.
I still got them.
Remember the 45s? There was a
I remember the little 45.
Yeah, I had the 45s. They used to get the 45s.
I used to hate when they get like a little scratching and stuff like that. And with the cassette tapes, when they would break or get twisted up, so you got to cut it. You got to untangle it, or you got to cut a piece because it started to tear. And you got to get some regular tape. You got to get some.
You had a
was you listening to music or was you building a house, nigga? What the fuck?
That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Your mom was born in 78, so your mom came out of high school 2 years out after me. Oh my God!
Your mom came out of high school 1 year after me, so
that is amazing. But that's how life works, though. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. It's supposed to work.
Old enough to be your daddy, man. That is crazy.
Yeah, easy money.
Yeah, I was arguing with one nigga online, and he was talking about he graduated from college in '96. I said, "But that's the year I was born." Let me talk to somebody else.
Oh my God. Yeah, but a lot. I mean, but the thing is, like, you can still learn. You know what I'm saying? But
we still learn from young people.
You gotta recognize. Like, the older you get, you'll realize that you should recognize somebody's age. Like, I was trying to give it to the dude on there, the Hebrew dude. All right, I give it to you. So you 68 years old. I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? When he started pretending, he said that his family sailed into Florida in the 1700s. I was like, you don't have any records of that, and you don't. You don't.
Yeah, that's when I was really. I ain't like that one. Matter of fact,
you don't.
Go ahead, like next. I think you play something like around there because Cujo was going and he was correcting them, and they kept trying to put him in the back because he was like, listen, son, you can put me in the back, bro, but I'm finna say something.
I can't help it, man, because that's bullshit, man. You can't sit here and tell me that your family came here in the 1700s to Florida, and that's where you descend from. You don't descend from nobody from South Carolina. Yes, you do. And even if you do descend from those Florida people, that's not the only person you descend from.
Wasn't he talking about the Apache or the
they said the Blackfoot was in Florida. That's when they put me in the back chat because I was like, it wasn't no damn Blackfoot in no Florida. Not a single solitary Blackfoot in Florida, bro. Not one. They try to talk about those Saponi people. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because they could throw it off on the Saponi because they spoke a different language. They want Algonquin people. And you did have some like west of Appalachia, but not in any significant number. You know what I'm saying? And then what's her name? Phoenix Moon was in the junk, and I don't like her because she's a liar. That was one of the people that used my grandmother picture. They say that she was kin to him. So I'm like, you not in the book. Why you not in the book? She's older than me. She should be in the book. It's a green book that they put out in Virginia, Central Virginia, in Charles City County. They put the junk out, and it's like the man named James Charity and Kazar Charity, you know what I'm saying, in Virginia, in this they mixed. Those two particular people are mixed. You know what I'm saying? But they kin to the Indians and all this shit. They formed this shit. They called it Charity Town, and they wrote a book. Like they wrote a book about it, and I'm in the book. I mean, not because I'm special, but because I was born. You know, when the book came out. You know, me and my brother in the book. My brother that died. You know, that nigga in the book. But my little sister not in the book. My other brother's not in the book. But me and my brother and my mom in the book. And she's not. So I'm like, yo, why are you in the book? And she's not in the book. So stop acting like you kin to them folk, yo. You're not kin to them. Ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying, man? Fuck them people in some on some real shit, bro. If them niggas against me and us as a people, fuck them too. You see what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. I ain't into that. I ain't trying to be like I'm an Indian. Nah. This chick claim to be my family, bro. And you're not my family. You're not. That shit ain't cool to me, bro. You can play it whenever you want to. Though. I don't know when it went left, but it did go left. But I was cool.
So Phoenix Moon, she sat there and tried to hide you. What did she say when you confronted her about that?
She said she was in the book.
Oh, hey yo, is that Mac trying to talk? You sound like ET family. Who is
What the
that?
fuck was that?
I can't even see, my screen cracked, so I can't even see who did that.
I can't either. But yeah, what did she say? What did she say when you confronted her about her
I
trying to
mean,
hide
she
that
act
from
like
them?
we was cool when I confronted. Like she act like I'm cool whenever I talk to her. She's like, yo, you know, and all that shit. But I always say that your black ass would not be. They would not recognize you as one of them, for real. They wouldn't recognize me either. You know, if it was like back in the day, you don't have no choice now because they're, you know, they so mixed. You know, you gonna
Yo,
have it now.
Yeah, you good now, Nat. I knew that was you.
yeah, nah. Sometimes my wire loose, man. So I'm wrong. I gotta get another wire. I forgot what I was gonna say now, man. Oh, Chris had left. I wanted to ask him something, but yeah, we can get to the video.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
get
yeah.
let's go
Play
let's
it,
go and
dude.
play the video. Let's see what happened. Let's see what took place.
And give my man's
No,
no
I
reinforcements up
missed
there.
it, man. I was live. I was live, so I missed it.
Hey,
Whose audio is that?
hey! Before y'all jump on there, let me say something. Let me say something to Cujo.
What's up?
Cujo, good job, my man. I was in there batting for you, my man.
Thank
Big
you,
up
man.
Virginians,
Big up to you.
but
Now I saw
but
motherfuckers show me love. You know what
but
I'm saying? That's what's up. I can see that. That
yeah,
gave me motivation.
I left from over here to go over there to support you because I knew it was gonna be a bunch of bullshit. But when you broke down that Maryland, her whoever her family member from Maryland was,
Yeah.
that should have been an eye opener for everybody listening. Because
Yeah,
ain't
but
nobody
you saw how they shut that down.
No, that's
yeah,
a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro.
that should have been an
Yeah.
eye opener for everybody because he ain't just pop up in Maryland from nowhere.
Yeah,
So
what
it's
the
like,
fuck?
how y'all don't
Yeah,
process this shit?
Yeah,
I think
like,
That shit was
that part.
driving me nuts. I'm like, dog, these motherfuckers stupid.
oh my God. Like he from Maryland, but you don't descend from Maryland. You just descend from one person in Maryland.
Yeah,
Oh my
Where's
that right
yeah.
there,
Tyrone?
that right
Why is he
Yeah.
there. When
wearing
I
a
was
Ninja
like,
Turtle mask, dude? Tyrone.
yeah,
That's
right.
Tyrod.
Yeah, he was wearing the Ninja Turtle mask, dude.
That's him for real.
Yo, they let him on. I was in the back for 45 minutes, bro. I was like, that's crazy.
And
That's Tyrod.
I'm gonna say this before I'm gonna hit the mute button because I'm driving through New York.
Hey,
Any
not a
motherfucker that
coincidence.
come on
Come
the
back,
panel that
dude.
got a goddamn mask on his face, boo this motherfucking ass up out of that bullshit, man. That's the
That's
dumbest
how
shit ever to
Tyrod
me.
looks.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
Tyrod. He's not
that's
even a real
Tyrone, bro.
person.
No,
that's
that's a
Oh my
fact.
God.
They not real people, bro. They not real people.
He said he's
Yeah, he
not
couldn't
even a
even
real person.
he couldn't even talk to me in person, man. I mean, he couldn't even talk to me in person, man. Like for real, he'll be afraid of me.
Like you can't take guys like this serious. It makes me kind of feel bad for the guy when I see him like.
Yeah,
I
That's a
know
yeah.
fact,
that
bro. That's a fact, bro.
Something's going on with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
my God,
and
that's
he's just
dude.
always so angry. Every time you talk to him, he's just always so angry. He got some real issues going on.
I always thought he was a skinny, dark skinned dude in my mind. That's what he looked like to me.
A little
Just
short,
yeah,
short with,
just
with a
run his
gap or
mouth.
something.
You
You
know, I
know what I
give
mean?
him that in my mind. Oh my God, that's that dude.
But yeah, man, that's the
Wow.
juggernaut. That's the juggernaut.
You don't even got a roundup. You're straight a white boy out here. I mean,
Yo,
for real, you ain't getting no girls. What girl like you? For
nah, but
real.
that's the thing though, man. The more we talk to him, like first when Sean was asking questions about seeing if niggas had diplomas and shit, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
niggas was
that
niggas
was funny.
niggas was thinking he was going too far, but that was really just the surface. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Oh
really
my
got to get to
God.
the bottom of
I
this,
had
man.
no idea. Like I already thought. Like I don't know how root words look, but I imagine he's not a real person.
I already know what rumors looks like, dude.
But what's his name? The what's the dude name? Lotus.
Tyrone,
Lotus is not a real person.
Lotus.
He's
Oh, I
not.
know what Lotus looks like too.
He's not a real person, man. I mean, Smoke Signal is
Signal
a
is
real person. He's just slow as a bitch. He's a real person.
No, remember Lotus. Lotus is locust. You got to call him locust, not Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus,
No, no,
Lotus,
locust, locust.
Locust, man, he's a goddamn absolute joke.
Sean P.
How the hell are you talking about something? He and see the thing, like not a coincidence. I think he said this earlier today. They try to bring up shit that they don't think you know. You
Uh huh.
know what I'm saying? Like, man, don't nobody want to hear about that
But
shit.
that's why you perfect though, Cujo, because when they go to doing that shit, they think ain't nobody going down that hole with them. You bring the nigga right
Yeah,
back to the surface in 2 seconds, like,
yeah.
nigga, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody believe that.
Yeah, nigga, I was there, nigga. I mean, I used to try to prove the shit. Like, I used to try to prove the shit that they believe in. But luckily, this was in the early '90s. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I learned differently, you know, and I was humble. I was humble. I was humble when I didn't, when I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I'm a
Hold on,
constant
y'all.
student. Keep on learning.
Good, Cujo. We got Chris MVP Harris and Sean P in the building.
God damn.
What's good with
What's
y'all?
good,
God
though?
damn.
What's up
Good
with y'all,
job,
man?
Two,
Cujo.
two
Good job. Good
goddamn,
job today.
goddamn, two goddamn stalwarts. What's up, y'all? What's up,
Yeah, you
Chris?
did a
What's
good
up?
job today.
What's up, Sam?
It was weird what they was doing up there, but like I said, whenever they got more questions and they got primaries, what they was
They go
doing was
Thurman.
something. What they try to do is they'll ask you a question. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? And I was like, here they go with that begging the question shit again. Because whatever you say you don't know, then they add to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this shit's so played out, man. I see right through that shit. But you did a good job up there because he was lying all over the place, especially when he was talking about white slaves in South Carolina, and it was
Yes.
a larger Indian ratio to slaves. I'm
Oh
like, man,
God.
y'all tried that shit, man.
White
Y'all
Who
slave.
still
was saying?
trying that shit. Get out of here, man.
Who was saying
Oh
that
yeah,
about?
open. Oh yeah, OTK. Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, hold on, Stone.
I seen
Cause we,
OTK up there.
yeah, you might got to go to that part, bro. Cause that part was, Cujo was trying to get this man to talk about a date. He was dancing. You
Yeah,
know
he
what I
was
mean?
asking for
Like,
a time frame. Yeah, I know. He thinks he accomplished something
He said there were 1 million white slaves in Africa.
in Africa. Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
did hear that.
And I was like, for what? I mean, why were they there? Like, what happened? What was the commodity that you bought white people there
Bro,
to be enslaved?
I think that
They
he's
wouldn't even be
confusing.
able to till the land in Africa. They wouldn't even be able to
I
till the
think
land in Africa. The conditions
I
wouldn't
think
support
he's
those.
confusing the statement like on the Barbary Coast that over the whole time period, a
Right.
million white people was enslaved. He
Yeah.
said at the
Possibly.
time that he said I think he said at the height of the transatlantic slave trade, they had a million slaves. They didn't have a million slaves at one time.
and it was,
No, never.
and it's not
Never.
even the same. Like, to them, they like all white people the same white people. So yeah, there was some Irish people and some
It was anybody. I
yeah,
mean, but
but
it was.
mostly they was catching people that was in arm's length. They wasn't
Yeah,
going
but
out of
see,
their way to
they
go
didn't
get them.
have a plantation system to support the type of slavery that existed in America. I mean, you had plantations, but it wasn't the same. like John Smith, the one who was in the founding people in Virginia in 1607. He had got captured by Barbary pirates and had to get ransomed. You know what I'm saying? So it happened. It did happen, but it wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
It's like,
y'all are going too far to try to justify what the fuck they're saying, and it's
yeah,
kind of
you're right.
pathetic
You're right.
because we don't know what they saying, but we
You're
trying to
fucking
make
right.
it make sense to us because
Right.
we may know a little bit more than they do on the
Right.
subject matter.
Right.
And
You're right.
so we have to be careful in trying to put words in their mouth because we could be helping them, educate themselves a little bit better to be more pseudo. However, Cujo, you let that man get up there on that platform and say that them people came off South Carolina coast as
Yes.
slaves and
Yes.
they had the biggest trade right there in
Yes.
South Carolina coast. We never
And
got
they
a date, we
and they
never got
put
an identity, and we never got a
Sean.
reason for it.
Sean, they put me in the back. They
I'm
Yeah.
put
about
me
to,
in the back
I
channel,
understand.
man.
No. Hold on. Do you know why they put you in the back?
I don't know. I was very upset about it though.
No. I know why they put you in the back because we listened. And he got these little strict little rules about people cutting in.
Yeah.
And you kept having shit to say with your mic open instead of muting your goddamn mic. Because if you're looking at a coincidence chat, I said, goddamn, Cujo.
It's hard though when you
No,
see
no,
your friends
no,
like
no, no,
that.
no, no, hold on. But we in enemy territory.
Yeah, you're
We
right.
know it's hard.
You're right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
could have done
But
better
but
on
hold
that. You
on.
are exactly right.
But hold on. We in enemy territory and you have an audience of 500, 600 people, so the stakes are higher. So
Yeah.
that means our level of composure has to and keeping our cool has to heighten because we're trying to reach the people in the audience
You're right.
to sting these people on some of this shit and show them how stupid that they sound. You didn't have to share your screen. It wasn't nothing that was said on there. And when he shared his screen, he shared some made up, put together ass presentation that he had
Yeah, that
Play it.
was
that didn't even have a source on it. So
yeah.
we don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Yeah, I was
We
like,
gonna find out. We
what
gonna
book is
find
that?
out though.
You know, like,
Oh shit.
We gonna find out. OTK, open to knowing nothing. We gonna
So
find.
yeah, that was my point. Now, I didn't hear the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? And I probably ain't gonna hear the rest of it unless not a C kind of like goes in spurts. But you can't bro. You cannot look in the chat. When I was on there when I did the drive by, I wasn't on that show to look in the chat or none of that stuff. I stayed right there. My focus was on one or two, whoever the elbows was on the panel. I was locked in on them. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to see what they was gonna say, but they wasn't saying that. So Dulcinea kept on talking. So I just kept shooting my bullets at Dulcinea. But that's how we got to do it, bro. You got to roll up on the set, empty your clip. If you get a chance to empty your clip, empty your clip. If you ain't got no but a few shots off, make them motherfuckers sting.
I feel you.
Where's Phoenix
Yeah, I
Moonbeam in
definitely
this
could have done
chat?
better.
Yo, but before I play this, anybody want to say something? Any
Yeah, I want to
last?
say
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah,
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 much
yeah.
respect,
Andy want to
Sean,
say
on no
something.
shit.
Andy want to say something.
Much respect.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
about to
want to
take his
say that
left. But
Abus look ugly as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say.
so, Andy, you shouldn't be judging men. Man.
Let's start there.
That's just
Sorry.
a
Well, they
man
always
You
say
shouldn't
mean
be.
to tell me, Andy? You mean to tell me I did all of that for you to turn around and fuck up again? God damn, Andy.
See, Sean, you
Andy's
got to do
learning.
better
I
with your
gotta
friends.
remember, Andy's 20 years old. He's
Oh
coming
yeah,
into being a man.
yeah,
Right.
I'm
He
So
21.
just hit puberty, huh?
yeah.
we're gonna teach
Basically,
him some things. So Andy,
he's still growing.
you don't judge men on their looks, okay? Let's get to it. Yo, Chris, you good over there, Chris? I see you jump back on.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. If I fall off, that means because I'm still at work and my signal went bad. So
All
I'm good,
good. Oh,
Joe. Yep.
you know the door
Yep.
open for you, man. All
Yep.
right, let's get to it.
Cam
Oh,
up so we can see who's
um,
tweet.
uh,
There
I can't hear it.
Me either.
I thought it was just me, bro.
we
Like I
can't hear
heard
you.
Cam up and then it just stopped.
A nigga is someone who was enslaved on the north on
There you go.
Northern
Yeah,
Cam
you
Virginia,
up
gotta
North
so we
turn it
can
up
see
a
Carolina.
little
who's
bit.
talking. Cam
Oh,
up so we can see.
Yo, not a C fucking with us, yo.
My bad. My shit muted. All types of shit. Hold on. Could y'all hear it just now or no?
A little bit, yeah,
oh.
until you start fucking us,
There you
fucking
go.
with us.
A nigga is someone who was enslaved on the north
We got an echo, not a
on
C.
Africa, who were sold in the states of
Yeah.
Maryland, Virginia, North and South Carolina primarily. That's what a nigga is, and that's what we are. Big up
Hold on.
Virginia.
Hold up. So you say that these people come from North and West Africa and they descended and they
No,
came to
West
South
is
Carolina
Central Africa. West is
and they
Central
came to
Africa.
South Carolina?
No.
West Africa.
Well, yeah, a lot came to South Carolina.
All right, what
A lot
year was
also came
this?
to
What
Maryland.
year are you talking about? What year
I'm
are you
talking about
talking about?
between
Because
the
I'm
year
in South
16.
Carolina. I'm right
Okay,
next door to
let's
Charleston.
go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's
Okay,
really go. Let's go. Let's see
1630.
what you talking about.
1630 to 1808. Let's go.
1630 to 1808?
That's right. And it was primarily in Virginia initially. It was
Okay.
Virginia
What
initially.
do you know? What do you know?
South Carolina
Do you know
didn't become
more
a place until
American? Hold up.
1632.
All right. Do you know more American Indians was taken out of Charleston than Africans brought in?
That's not true. When? Yeah, it's taken is
All
the
right,
word.
say
What
no
time
more.
period are we talking about?
Say no more.
What time
Can I
period?
share my screen, Uncle Si?
Say more.
Yes, sir.
No,
Can I share my
more.
screen, Uncle Si?
Yeah.
He talking about say
Yes.
Can I
more.
share my screen?
Yo, you got to let him speak, brother. Let him speak. Let him speak.
I ain't
Share
saying
your
anything, bro.
screen, brother.
I am weird, Phoenix, and you a liar.
Yo, my man, you still talking, brother. I'm gonna put you in the corner, bro.
Yeah,
You gonna have to
I
do
was
that.
responding to the chat. Weird.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Leave Phoenix alone. Don't bother Phoenix, man. She all right. Phoenix family.
All right.
Now, that's my cousin.
You can see this, Uncle Si? It
Yes,
should
I
be in
got
your
it.
back, Uncle Si.
It's up. It's up. I see it.
All right, bet. So let me start this from the beginning.
No. Pause it real quick, not a C. Pause it real quick. So Cujo, do you now see that you're leaning toward getting put in the back?
Yeah. I see it.
Okay, so now that we on the same page, this is why I said, "Goddamn, Cujo."
I see what you're saying.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Because
kind of
then
hard for me
you just
not to
said
get caught up.
that a bitch your cousin and all this old other shit. I'm like, God damn, shut up, Cujo.
Nah, but when that nigga was like say less, I like say more. Like that's just
No, but I understand that. But Cujo, where we at?
Yeah, no, I get it. I know I
We
get
in
it.
enemy territory.
Yeah, I get exactly.
Now look at the screen. It said, "Did more American Indian slaves get shipped out of Charleston then African slaves brought in at any time
Yeah, I didn't even
by
look.
open to knowledge."
I didn't even look at it. You know, when they post, I didn't even look at it because I know that's not true. You know, I didn't even look at it. So
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
weren't looking at it, but we was looking at it.
huh? No, I didn't.
We were looking at it though. We were looking at it. I'm not saying it's relevant, but I'm just saying we were looking at it because we were trying to figure out what the fuck he was sharing.
Yeah, I didn't look at it at all. I didn't. Not even. This is my first time seeing it. To be honest, I was like going to the bathroom and going outside and putting my plants in the
I have
ground.
a question, real quick. Was this your show or was this an open panel?
No, he asked me to come. He called me.
Right, but he had other people on the show. So was it dedicated to just your show or it was open?
I don't know, Sean. I'm not too familiar with how people.
Okay, so he didn't give you the same the same what the I don't know what the fuck the word I'm looking
I
for.
know
I'm
what you're
looking
trying
for a
to
word.
give me.
But he didn't give you the same courtesy that he gave Dulcinea, because Dulcinea shit, you know what I'm saying, she could control everything.
Yeah, he didn't treat her like
That's
he didn't
kind of what
treat
I
you
was
like a he
saying
didn't
about
he
the.
didn't tell you
That's
were
what I
a
said
guest
about the
host.
politics. That's what
He
I was
never
saying.
told you were a guest host.
Yeah.
Right. No, he was not a
No.
guest host.
Okay, then you were just a
I was
panelist
like
then.
just in it. Yeah, I got put off constantly the whole time. I got put off constantly. But I was saying a little slick shit though. But it's kind of hard for me to hear you say stuff like say less. I'm like, no, nigga, say more. You know, like, cause I mean that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I mean, like, you can't pretend to be knowledgeable about something.
Why is everybody quiet?
Yeah, I thought it was me.
I thought it was me too, Cujo.
I'm thinking the nigga gonna play the video again.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering because I was like,
Yo,
yeah.
Nada C is
If you're gonna
being
be
a
on there,
bad DJ, bro. Nada
I
C
can't.
is a bad DJ, bro. I
I
swear to
said,
you, tonight is just not his DJ night.
hey,
Cujo is talking.
Cujo, well, if you want to go on to
Yeah.
that Sun Ellis, why don't you ask him if you can have a night? Maybe if you want to share some stuff, and then you can control the.
Nah, bro, he ain't doing all that. He ain't doing
Yeah,
all
I
that,
ain't
bro.
really necessarily,
He do that
I
to the
respect the
pseudos.
fact.
He let the pseudos come on and do all of that, bro. He ain't reaching out to a nigga to really teach people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's his business. The selling the pseudo shit is the business. Because
Yeah, it's more
that's what bring the views.
the
That makes
drastic
sense.
shit. Yeah, the shit that the extreme, and it make it's more attractive. We can say that now. Really, we the Indians who they took it from and they lied to us, and that sounds good. It make us feel better about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But you go ahead, knock on some play this shit.
So this is the question I just asked him. Did more American Indian slaves get shipped out of Charleston than African slaves brought in at any time? He said no. Correct? Am I correct? That's what he said?
Yes.
No, he asked for.
We got an echo too, DJ.
Yeah, why my shit echoing like this, man? Hold on.
It is echoing.
It's echoing now.
Damn, Sean, you getting off in his ass today?
I'm not playing with this. I'm not playing with Mac today, bro. Mac is tripping,
Yo,
bro.
it's echoing
We
now.
got poor sound quality.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? We can't get the play button to play.
Now niggas
You
don't
feel me? We got dead silence during the middle of a show with 8 people on the panel.
Sean came in,
not a
the
C is
boss
just
came in. He's like, so tell me to
bro.
correct.
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. We hear you.
But when I talk, it's echoing.
Nah, you
Yeah,
straight.
bro. It's straight up
Nah,
echo every
it's not
time.
echo. It's
When
not
Andy
echoing now.
talked, it echoed. When Andy talked, it echoed.
That's because Andy got on some earbuds or some shit.
What?
Not a C. Play the video. Let's see. Let's check. The sound check. 1, 2.
Okay.
I said, give me the time.
We got echo on the video.
Everybody mute themselves. Everybody mute themselves and then try it again.
There shouldn't be no echo when I play the shit, man. I'm supposed to leave my shit open. Tell me if it's still echo.
That was the time.
Yep, still echo.
I just gotta close my mic. That's crazy, man.
It sure is, dude.
Just do Andy.
Okay.
I did not say that. I said, give me the time.
Okay, now it's
was
normal.
a time when people were shipped out to South Carolina more. There was a time when people were shipped out to South Carolina more. But what I'm talking
Moving
about
the football. You're not moving the
no,
goalposts.
no. I said,
Well,
give me
come on. So
time.
do I need to pull this down?
Go
Do I need to pull this down then?
Go ahead, because I'm gonna eat it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask my question again. Do you know that more American Indians were shipped out of Charleston than Africans brought in?
Give me a time.
At any given time period. Do you know
That's
that?
not true. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not
now
true.
let's get
At
back
any
to
given
it.
time.
You say that's
Any
not
given
true.
time.
Okay.
What does given time mean? There was a time when there were more people shipped out of South Carolina than were shipped into South Carolina. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case for the majority of the time that South Carolina existed. I mean, you can point out something. You can point out an anomaly all you want. That's a fact. People were shipped out of South Carolina. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that at all. The people were shipped out of South Carolina. But let's talk about all.
So do you know where these people was being shipped at? Do you know where these people was being shipped at?
They were being shipped mainly. They were being shipped mainly to Lisbon. They were being shipped to North Africa or Africa period. But they were more than likely being shipped to Lisbon.
That was the main case. That's when the Portuguese controlled it. That was early in the game. When there was a slave market in the Mediterranean that was supported. Because, like, if you're saying if somebody was shipped to Europe, for what? You know what I'm saying? There was no plantation. There was no huge plantation in Europe. There was a big slave trade in the Mediterranean. So yeah, you did have people being shipped from South Carolina, Indians being shipped from South Carolina there. But what do you have that would support a mass deportation of people going anywhere? For what?
Damn, I
They
really
go there.
forgot I said
All
that.
right, let him speak. Let me speak. Because I got to move on, y'all. Hold up, Apostle. You right after the brother OTK. Go ahead.
So Uncle Sa, Uncle Sa, man, peace and respect to you too, man. The reason why I came up here because I hear them talking about South Carolina was the biggest slave port and all that. So if South Carolina was the biggest slave port, but it shipped out more American Indians than Africans brought in, that will have to make y'all go and look back at y'all numbers that they're changing every day. Every day, these numbers are changing. They changed it from everybody coming in through Charleston Port. Now they're saying they're coming in through Gadsden Wharf. And let me tell y'all what Gadsden Wharf is. It's the old Aquarium Wharf. But now since they built a new museum there, an international slavery museum there, now they're saying that's where the most slaves was brought in at. But
yo, not to see.
Clarify everything. They never say who these slaves.
Okay, real quick. So when when he's talking, when he says they say, right? We got to hit him back with who is they, and where's the evidence to say that they keep changing the ports, right? Because I understand that you're in the back because you kept interrupting. But I'm not saying you specifically. I'm generalizing right now.
You're right. You're right. No, I'm
So we have to hone in on who is they, and where's the data to say that these port numbers are moving and changing. That's all I get. You can turn it back up.
I agree.
Slaves was. And I'm going to question y'all. Was these Africans being brought in? Was they white or was they black or was they from Barbados first?
There were no white.
Or was they from any other where first?
From what I've read in some history books.
Hold on, brother. And let me move on over to Apostle because he was next. Apostle, are you ready?
Share my screen.
All right, Apostle is ready. Oh, hold on. TK.
Yo, he said a lot, but I think I found the book he got that claim from. It's called The Other Slavery. And it's a time period of 50 years. I'm going to show it in a second. I got to run outside real quick. Y'all want me to keep playing it?
Yeah.
I'll come back?
Yeah, you can keep playing it, dude.
Yeah, keep playing.
Because we got to go back over what he said. Because he said a lot of
I just find it, hold up, before you press play, I just find it wild that OTK got so much time to get that shit off. Sanetta's trying to move on, and nobody supposed to be addressing it while his name in the title. This shit just looks wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I'm going to play it. I'll be right back. Matter of fact, I want to rewind what he said and play it again. But I don't even want to go past what he said.
Yeah, do that. Go how you want to.
Go back. It's good.
Look at Free Papa losing his mind in there because I'm showing people how to identify a claim. You dumbass nigga, you call it scamming, showing people how to identify a fucking claim. This shows you don't know how to research, you dumb nigga. Dumbass nigga, yo.
So this question I just asked him. Did more American Indian slaves get shipped out of Charleston than African slaves brought in at any time? He said no. Correct? Am I correct? That's what he said?
Yes.
No, you are incorrect.
Okay,
I did not say that. I said give me the time because there was a time when people were shipped out of South Carolina more. There was a time when people were shipped out of South Carolina more. But what I'm talking
moving
about
the football. You're not moving the goalposts.
No. No. I said
Well,
give me
come
a
on,
time.
come on.
Give me a
So do
time.
I need
Give
to
me
pull this
from here to
down?
here.
Do
Go
I
ahead.
need to pull this
Put it
down
on
then?
there. Go ahead, because I'm gonna eat it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask my question again. Do you know that more American Indians was shipped out of Charleston than Africans brought in
Give me a time.
at any given time period? Do you know
That's
that?
not true. That's not true.
Okay, bet.
That's not true.
Now let's
At
get back
any
to it.
given time.
You say that's
Any
not true.
given time.
Okay,
What does given time mean? There was
all
a
right.
time when
Say
there
no
were
more.
more people shipped out of South Carolina than were shipped into South Carolina. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case for the majority of the time that South Carolina existed. I mean, you can point out something, you can point out an anomaly all you want. That's a fact. People were shipped out of South Carolina. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that at all. The people shipped out of South Carolina. But let's talk about
Okay,
all
so
the
do
people
you
that
know where
were
these
in
people
the
was
South
being
Carolina.
shipped at? Do you
Yeah,
know
they
where
were
these
being
people was
shipped.
being shipped at?
They were being shipped mainly. They were being shipped mainly to Lisbon. They were being shipped to North Africa, or Africa period. But they were more than likely being shipped to Lisbon. That was the main case. That's when the Portuguese controlled it. That was early in the game. When there was a slave market in the Mediterranean that was supported. Because, like, if you're saying somebody was shipped to Europe, for what? You know what I'm saying? There was no plantation. There was no huge plantation in Europe. There was a big slave trade in the Mediterranean. So yeah, you did have people being shipped from South Carolina, Indians being shipped from South Carolina there. But what do you have that would support a mass deportation of people going anywhere? For what? What did they go there for? What
All
did
right.
they do?
Let him
I
speak.
mean,
Let
what's
him
that?
speak. Because I got to move on, y'all. Hold up, Apostle. You right after the brother OTK. Go ahead.
So Uncle Si, man, peace and respect to you too, man. The reason why I came up here because I hear them talking about South Carolina was the biggest slave port and all that. So if South Carolina was the biggest slave port, but it shipped out more American Indians than Africans brought in, that will have to make y'all go and look back at y'all numbers that they're changing every day. Every day, these numbers are changing. They changed it from everybody coming in through Charleston Port. Now they're saying they're coming in through Gadsden Wharf. And let me tell y'all what Gadsden Wharf is. It's the old Aquarium Wharf. But now since they built a new museum there, an international slavery museum there, now they're saying that's where the most slaves was brought in at. But just to clarify everything, they never say who these slaves was. And I'm going to question y'all. Was these Africans being brought in? Was they white or was they black or was they from Barbados first?
There were no white.
Or was they from any other where first?
From what I've read in some history books.
Hold on, brother. And let me move on over to Apostle.
He brought the whole pseudo bag out. What? Let me see.
I'm so glad you're back, dude.
You glad I'm back?
Yeah. I wonder where Free Papa lives, dude. I wonder where he lives.
So we got this book here, right? I think this is the book he's using. The Other Slavery, Uncovered Story of an Indian Enslavement in America. And so this is chapter 7 in the book, Powerful Note, right? It says the rise in influence was evident throughout North America. In the Carolinas, for instance, English colonists took tens of thousands of Indian slaves and shipped many of them to the Caribbean. In the period between 1670 and 1720, Carolinians exported more Indians out of Charleston, South Carolina, than they imported into it. As the traffic developed, the colonists increasingly procured their indigenous captives from the Westo Indians, an extraordinarily expansive group that conducted raids all over the region. All right. Where did he get that number from? The author, the dates. Where's that coming from? Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have no in-text citation, no footnotes. Hey, what is this? Any of y'all heard of this book before?
No, I never heard of it.
What's the title of it? I can't. I'm on my backup
Why is
phone.
it
It's not
loading,
working.
dude?
It's taking forever to load.
Was that the book Apostle had?
I think this is where he getting that claim from. Where he getting it from this guy?
Who's that dude?
What else have a
Everything's echoing again.
in my computer acting stupid as fuck. Shah son was good.
Sub Shaw.
What's good, family? Y'all niggas got me through work earlier.
Shaw on the panel?
Yeah, he's
Y'all
on
can
the
hear me?
panel.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you quite fine. You're a little
All right,
muffled, but we could hear you fine.
my bad, my bad. Yeah, I said y'all niggas got me through work.
Nah, we can't hear you. Don't listen to that nigga Andy, bro. You gotta turn your shit up, bro.
Yeah.
You say so, Robin.
So who the white Africans?
Yeah, we'll never know.
Nah, yeah, bro. It's an APB album for them.
Yeah. Cujo just going in today. Cujo wasn't having nothing. Cujo,
So nah, the book it do got a little bibliography, but look what it says. When I began researching this, one number was of particular interest to me. How many Indian slaves had there been in the Americas since the time of Columbus? Somebody got to mute up. Who that? Yeah, that was you, Lucky. My initial belief was that Indian slavery had been somewhat marginal. Even if the traffic of Indians had flourished during the early colonial period, it must have gone into deep decline once African slaves and paid workers became available in sufficient numbers. Along with most other historians, I assume that the real story of exploitation in the New World involved the 12 million Africans across the Atlantic. But as I kept collecting sources on Indian slavery in Spanish Mexico and U.S. archives, I began to see things differently. Indian slavery never went away, but rather coexisted with African slavery from the 16th century. From the 16th all the way through the late 19th century. The realization made me ponder more seriously the question of visibility because African slavery was legal. Its victims are easy to spot in the historical record. They were taxed on their entry imports and appear on bills of sales, wills, and other documents because these slaves had to cross the Atlantic Ocean. They were scrupulous. One could even say obsessively counted along the way. The final tally of the 12.5 million enslaved Africans matters greatly because it has shaped our perception of African slavery in fundamental ways. Whenever we read about a slave market in Virginia, a slaving raid into the interior of Angola, or a community of runaways in Brazil, we are well aware that all these events were part of a vast system spanning the Atlantic world and involving millions of victims. So, but this guy's not denying African slavery. So how can OTK use this? Because I'm telling you, I know this is.
He cherry picked the sources, dude.
Yeah, he cherry picked this one right here. In the period between 1670 and 1720, Carolinians exported more Indians out of Charleston, South Carolina than imported Africans into it.
But
But go ahead, look.
I was just going to say, Cujo touched on that. That's why he was trying to be specific about the date, and that's why he said there absolutely was a specific time, because everybody knows that. Like, we know that it was a specific time frame that there was a inter-American trade of the natives, and it was very early on. And then after that, it was replaced by mostly Africans from Angola, and then it was replaced by Africans from a different region.
But
Like,
look,
just
they leaving out so much history though. So
Hey, now to see if you don't mind, could you read that last sentence you just read again?
yeah, I got you. One second.
It specified that it was moving them out of Charleston, right? Not
Yeah.
necessarily South Carolina. So what that's really saying is it's moving them out the city. It's moving them away from them. It's not stipulating that they're being deported to foreign lands outside the country. It's just saying, how they are. It's pushing them out the city.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all get what I'm trying to say.
Nah, I do. It's not. Yeah, I do. But just yeah, from
And
Charleston,
then
man.
I think he mentioned something about Columbus. I threw something in the chat, inside this chat for y'all.
You know
Decrees,
what?
making it
Sorry.
illegal to put natives in bondage during that time.
Yeah,
You
I
couldn't
think
put
we should
natives in
criminalize
bondage. The
Columbus
only
Day,
way
dude.
They had a lot of
the
different people.
only way you could put the only way you could put a native in bondage is if they themselves sold another native into bondage.
Yep.
They war captives.
Yep. Absolutely. They have Virginia laws about that. But yeah. Oh yeah. What I want to say. So we're talking about English colonies here, right? The English they come in the game a little late, right? The Spanish the church had the Occidental the Negroes, and this is basically who had control of the sale of the Negroes, right? Getting them from the Portuguese. Um, I just want to go to when the British get it. So we are dealing with South Carolina, right?
I heard the
So
British are horrible with their slaves.
look. So if we look at that number that they give us, what 1670 to 1720, the British aren't even dealing with Africans in that capacity, like people would like to think of it. Yeah, they know Africans. They got some Africans in the colonies, but after this point, 1713, when they get to Asiento, that's when the slave trade really picks up for the British. So he's not even really making. He doesn't know shit about history. Man. That's the sad part.
Nah, he's just trying to sound smart when he's not sounding smart at all. It's not an ounce of intelligence in the dude bone because he can't give you a chronology so that you can deal with the specifics of his question that he initially asked because he was trying to set Cujo up.
Yeah, he's sitting there leaving stuff out. Because if we was able to get to his actual source, it's gonna have them dates. I guarantee you. So why leave them dates out?
So he showed the source, the head, but he didn't show the dates.
Nah, but I heard him talk about
Okay,
this.
so let's do this thing. All right, let's do this thing. So we know for a fact that we can go and get the first. Go get the records on uh, when ships began to dock in South Carolina. I don't care if it's Charleston or otherwise, and bring in people from everywhere else. We know that beginning in the 1600s, right? So we have a chronology in the 1600s. Before the 1600s, how long was that? How long were they coming to the Americas and taking these natives to Europe or European countries where they found out that it was just a waste of their goddamn time and energy bringing the motherfuckers there? So therefore, they need to look for another source of people to do the work.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did pull this one up though. Indian slavery in America.
I don't see a screen.
Oh my bad.
There you go. I see it now.
Hold on, I think
So
he
he
had shit.
The time.
so he
Oh,
he
you
pulled that up.
say that. I said, give me the time because there was a time when people
And no.
Yeah.
Correct? Am I
I think he
correct?
gets his
That's what he
link off
said?
his
Yes.
this link right
no,
here.
you are
Okay.
incorrect. I did not
This
say
this
that.
link.
I said, give me the time because there was a time when people
But
shipped.
we know we know what the people looked like that they were referring to because he asked Cujo that when he kept on saying that it didn't say such and such. Yes, it does. We know who they were referring to. They weren't bringing Africans to the Americas and then sending their asses to Europe.
Definitely not.
I want to.
They decided very quickly when they were in Central America and they were trying to dig up for gold. They found out very quickly in Central America, right around the same time they did in those European countries, that the Native Americans could not do the job that they needed them to do earlier on.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. I want to see Tyrone with the dude with the Ninja Turtle mask again. It's kind of funny.
Not now, Andy. Relax.
I'm confused on OTK premise because he showed the brass ankle people, and those are that's like an amalgamation of Indians, African slaves, and white indentured servants. So I'm confused on his argument. Like he showed African slaves himself being in South Carolina, Goose Creek to be exact. So I'm confused.
He don't know what he's doing, man. That's his problem. Cause then that's when they start going into the Abel shuffle. Well, it wasn't as many as they say, and all that other dumb shit, but they're proving it.
Right.
So damn, I'm trying to find that article. Where the fuck you get that shit from?
He said he didn't even know what Gaston's Wharf was. My thing is
Yeah.
like if you like researching like you claim like and you in South Carolina like if you on the topic I don't know how you not know about that but mm, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, the only way to deny it, he has to say he
Yeah,
never
I
heard
said
of
that.
it.
I said, give me the time because there was a time when people were shipped out of South Carolina.
Yeah, but Cujo, look, he asking that. How does that negate people, Africans coming in? Like that's an irrelevant question. You know what I'm saying? And then he was trying to lead you because I had this conversation with him already. He's trying to say that the Indians went to the Caribbeans, and then 300 years later they came back misclassified as Africans. I said, what? Like what logic
That's what
is
he's
that?
doing.
That's what he told me, Nak. He said they went to the Caribbean, they got sent to the Caribbeans, and they came back misclassified as Africans.
Misclassified. That's crazy. They just say anything, man. Where the fuck is this shit at?
And he keep claiming he's a Pinkney, or that those people was white people. That those people came to I think they came from Barbados. So I mean I don't know if he don't know that they was I don't know what he knows. He keeps saying that. Oh, I'm a Pinkney. I'm a Pinkney. Yeah, they came from Barbados. Those are white people, brother.
That's what he calls himself. That.
That's what he said his last name, like that's his bloodline.
Oh,
But he's trying to say it as if these is like some. I guess he's trying to say like they Indians or some black people. I'm like, yo, those are white people, brother.
Tell not to see is you playing the video or something? Go ahead.
I don't think he's here, Sean.
nah, I wasn't playing it. I was looking at him. My bad. Yeah.
There was.
My bad. Nah, I'm trying to find this article he got. I thought I found it, but I
This
can't.
one right here,
Which one?
you look,
Yeah.
the one you got on the screen, the Indian slavery in Americas.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Where is it? It's on this Gilda. This on this website. I'm trying to find the actual article.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah, what's your question,
Yo,
dude?
Maybe y'all know. All right, so
Andy gonna
on
answer.
nah, this what you and Sean, 'cause y'all might know.
Nah, I'll fuck with you. I'll fuck with you.
On the 1850 census, there's a lot of in the birthplace column, China. I mean Asia. Majority of the people that's it says like Asia, they're popping up only in New York, but they white people. Like why was that the case? Where were they coming from in Asia? Like what was going on in Asia at that time that would bring them to America? Or is that just Asian people classified as white
Well,
since
see, they keep running with this classification shit, right? They're not really classified as white. It says description color. You know, they're
right.
pale Asian, so they just calling them white.
White.
They're
Right,
saying
right,
they're
right.
white. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's retarded, and they always say that as an insult, basically, because they know that we supposedly came from Siberia. Supposedly.
Nah, I think you're missing it, Andy. You're missing the point.
Are they still classified as white? Like no, right? Like what's they?
Oh.
I mean, now they got a lot of.
Zoom in on the screen, not to see.
They got the Asia. They got the
Who
Asia
was the
census.
article written by?
Alan Galley. Delay. Wait, what does that say? It says Indian slaves. Right. See, I'm on the screen, but I don't know how he gets that part right there. That's the shit I'm not getting.
Not a coincidence.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What's up?
Why do like the Aboriginals like like always insult like a Native American person and tell us that we're from Asia and all the other crap?
Because it makes them
What?
feel better. It just makes them feel better, probably. I don't know.
Do you think they have self-esteem issues?
They definitely have self-esteem issues.
I figured. Callie, are you here? Callie?
Yo, where the fuck is this article at, man?
What about you, Cujo?
Let me. We can kind of read it off the screen though. It says the story of
Nah,
European.
he go to the link, bro. He go to the link, man. Yeah, right here.
Thank God,
Hold up.
dude.
Let me
The
put it. Let me put it
website,
in the
right?
back chat. Nah, man, you ain't got it, man. You tripping.
Let me see if you got it. That ain't
You're
it.
God, Saint Sean Key.
I just dropped it.
That is not it.
I just dropped it, bro. The
Oh,
other article is for y'all to have for some check some spears.
bro, I got here already.
That's the article right there, bro.
Listen, bro. Look,
Sean
you
P,
see,
have you seen that movie?
that's what you sent me. I've been here already, man.
Okay, well you tripping then? What you looking for in particular?
Look, you see in the background is this? Is this?
That's because you're on the computer, bro. I
Nah, but
got that.
why I don't see it then,
What you mean? You don't see that?
bro? Not Indian slavery in America's part. Where's that at,
Yeah, I just put the article back there. But
bro?
no, okay. So look, all right. So look,
Same
okay.
thing.
Hold on,
Point is,
hold
what
on,
was
Odyssey.
all
Hold
right?
on, Odyssey. Hold on. Click on this link right here. Then I'm gonna put in the back chat. Hold on, we put a link in here. God damn.
Like,
Here we go.
this is what I'm talking about. I've been looking at this. It's the same thing, Sean, that I've been found. My point is
Yeah,
that
but when I pulled it up on my screen, I see that right there. Period. 1491 to 1607.
yeah. All right, look. Do you see where it says Indian slavery in America? The
Yep.
story. Where's that at?
That's in that main. Okay, so all right, go back to the main screen.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I've been looking for because I got here.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop. Now, scroll down. Scroll down. So keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. All right. So each article is right here. You're on your laptop. So hit keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Come on, man. Be nice. Scroll. We know what we're looking for. Keep scrolling, bro. There you
Oh,
go. Stop.
okay.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, the shit
Problem
crazy.
solved. Problem solved.
I was looking for that word. I was like, what? I'm like, damn, I'm here. But look, here we go. It says Indian slavery in America. Now we're gonna read his article. We're gonna do what he did by Alan Gallay. The story of European colonialism in the Americas and its victimization of Africans and Indians follows a central paradigm in most textbooks. The African role encompasses the transportation, exploitation, and suffering of many millions in the New World slavery, while Indians are described in terms of their succumbing in large numbers to disease, with the survivors facing disposition, possession of their land. This paradigm, a basic one in the history of colonialism, omits a crucial aspect of the story. Indigenous peoples of the Americas were enslaved in large numbers. This exclusion distorts not only what happened to American Indians under colonialism, but also points to the need for reassessments of the foundation and nature of European overseas expansion. Without slavery, slave trade, and other forms of unfree labor, European colonization would have remained extremely limited in the New World. The Spanish were almost totally dependent on Indian labor in most of their colonies, and even where unfree labor did not predominate, as in the New England colonies. Colonial production was geared towards supporting the slave plantation complex of the West Indies. Thus, we must take a closer look at the scope of unfree labor. Modern perception of early modern slavery, the institution almost solely with Africans and their descendants of slavery.
You sound like you're being a DJ right now. You're scratching.
In the early modern
Not a C.
native enslavement.
Not a C. Not a C. You sound like a robot.
Yeah.
Is it me or is it not a C?
It's not a C, dude.
All right, there you go. Kicked him out.
What's up, Sean P?
Not much, Andy. Just hold on a moment. Moment of clarity.
Yeah. Hey, Sean P, have you seen that movie, White Chicks?
Nah. What's the reference?
Oh, it's just a movie that came out in 2003.
Oh, okay. Is that where you was born?
And I was born in 2002. But I was
Oh,
also
okay.
born in 2003.
Oh, okay.
What's the background noise?
I don't know. You probably hear TV or something.
What are you watching on the TV, dude?
I ain't watching TV at all, bro.
Then
It's
who you
just
watching?
on. It's a commercial.
Commercials. Yeah. Do you have DirecTV or YouTube TV?
I have Xfinity.
That's awesome. Where are the other dudes go?
They're here, Andy. Not a coincidence about to pop back up.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So listen. Keep it simple. This dude is lying to us.
Yeah.
There's an article called "Involuntary Servitude, Apprenticeship, and Slavery." Um, they were not a C.
Not a coincidence.
Involuntary.
Hello?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
hear
you
you now.
fine.
Yeah, my
Your
computer
thing is just
wild out, man.
yeah,
I don't know what the
you're
fuck
cutting
wrong with this
out.
shit. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you quite fine, dude.
What you talking about, Ava? Indian slave. Can you come on the panel?
Yeah, come on the panel, dude. We love
Indian slave. Indian slave BS. Bro, listen to me. Listen. The Indians were enslaved for a short period of time before they realized the motherfuckers wasn't worth a piece of shit. No disrespect.
That's awesome to hear, dude. It never happened to the
And
Aztecs
I
before,
just
right?
tossed. I know you know it, Sean, but I just tossed old boy that was responsible for the switch up in the YouTube chat for everybody.
What's up? Not a coincidence. You're back again, dude. Not a coincidence.
Yo, my shit is everything broken out.
I
Now my
know.
Yeah,
headphones don't want to connect.
yeah, you on the internet, bro.
Nah,
You
my
don't want to
computer.
move, bro.
I think my
I had my
computer. I just
headphones
had
with
that shit
me.
on. I had that shit on all day. That shit just had enough. But now I can't even get my AirPods to connect to my phone. Like this shit
Your
bugging.
AirPods? Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
having a bad day, bro. Turn your
it's
Bluetooth
not.
off and then back on, bro.
Yeah, dude. I love you, man. No homo, but I love you.
Andy. We're putting you in timeout for 5 minutes.
No.
5 minute timeout. Andy bugging. Go get something to drink, Andy. Get some chips. She'll
Shit,
be
I
back in
ain't
no
Andy
time.
bugging.
Yo, so I'm looking at some stuff that Alan Galley did. He writes on the Yamasi from Florida to South Carolina. It's a 375-page book. He does the forwarding. It's called the Yamasi Indians from Florida to South Carolina by Denise Bossy. Yo, it's I might have to get into that and beat up some abos. When the natives were slaves. So I'm gonna drop this in the bag. This is a good one right here. Yo, now to see you still tripping on the internet.
It's not my
Put a
internet.
plug on the internet.
It's not the
Put a
internet.
put a plug on the internet.
My computer crashed. You know, I had that shit on since 6:30 this morning.
Yeah, you tripping.
That motherfucker crashed. But now, like, I can hear you through my AirPods, but my mic ain't working through my AirPods. I don't know what the fuck going on. That shit pissing me off.
Put a plug on the internet.
Nah, we ain't doing the Dane around here.
So I dropped the article in the back. It's called "When Native Americans Were Slaves," and it says initially Indian slavery was considered different from African slavery in the early Anglo-American colonial world, but this split didn't last for long. It's a 3-minute read. It was dropped in February 14th, 2018. I'm gonna put it in the chat for the people. I dare you to check that article out. The Pequots sent to Nicaragua were supposed to be redeemed by their bondage. Native Americans still weren't as dehumanized as Africans. That's how the article, pops off. So I don't want to hear that crap. Let me drop it.
Yeah,
Let
we
me
don't want to
drop
hear
it for
that
the people.
bullshit.
What up, Chauncey? Yeah, check that out right there. And didn't nobody kick you off. We just timed you out for 5 minutes. What you dropping off and coming back for, bro? Yo, not to see. You've been a bad host today, bro. Just gonna let you know. Bringing Andy back.
Everything
What's
working
up,
against me
Inyame?
today.
What's good, Inyame? I
What's
mean, we
Nigga,
have
good,
to
we
put
still
things
Charles?
in
waiting
the
for that
context.
email.
We talking about who? Email from who?
From Dane.
I hate Dane Calloway, dude.
Hold on, time out. Yo. So what is he said he got an email from you, Nick?
Nah, you remember that? Remember he told me he was gonna send the email. Remember all the shit when he got my channel flagged and
Oh,
shit?
yeah. We never got that.
Yeah, we still waiting.
What's your channel doing? Thought it was shut.
Well, you supposed to take me off the internet.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to be here, bro. Light skin on light skin crime.
I think he hacked you, dude.
No.
You could. I mean, you can hire a hacker on the dark web, but you got to pay them like an expensive amount of money. That's why I did it to Aboriginal TV, but I didn't have access to the dark web. I know someone who does.
You said you did it to Aboriginal TV.
That's a long story, though.
Andy, you bullshitting me?
No, for real. I wish I was joking this time, but I'm not. It's a long story, though. I already told like Lucky about it. Like, I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago. You don't believe me? You can ask him.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hello?
Yo, mic check, mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you, dude.
Mic check. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, dude. You're awesome.
All right, dude. All right, dude.
Thanks, dude. Chris, what's up, Chris?
What up, though? What up, though?
Yeah, we were just talking. Me and not Aboriginal TV. Me and Not a Coincidence.
Yeah, that's usually what people do on these channels. They talk.
Yo, Chris, what's going on with you, bro?
What's going on? Hey, I was trying to say earlier, like that was a good job today, Cujo. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed, like I said, they try to dictate the parameters of the discussion. Here's a trick, because what I like to do listening to I like to listen to their rationale, right? So when you're listening to that rationale, they will ask something like, say, for instance, Cujo was doing a good job of showing the African history. And then what he was doing was belaboring him with questions surrounding African history. So what we need to start doing is just employ this strategy. Dude, you're not African. Why are you concerned with African history? And regardless of the amount of slaves or Indians or whites that was brought into South Carolina or whatever it is you're trying to teach, which we can't find in history in the first place, you need to be on here sustaining the fact that you're a First Nations people or First Nation people, OTK. You need to start showing us how you're sustaining these arguments that you are of the First Nation peoples that were here. You guys constantly belaboring us with questions about African history is irrelevant. What is your cause? You know what I'm saying? I thought that one guy that came up there talking about their schools of thought and how come they haven't developed any schools or any political parties. I thought that was a great statement that he made. And to this day, I don't understand why they continuously um, um, disparage African history just to try to, as if that makes them, as if that proves that they're First Nation peoples or American Indians or Aboriginals or natives or whatever it is they want to call themselves, right? Um, and so I thought Cujo, if he's still on here, I thought he was doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing a good job up there. So
What you been up to,
Yeah,
Chris?
living, man, living, working. I'm probably gonna start going live again, daily on Monday mornings again. I just needed some rest from it because doing it so much, going live so much, it begins to like hurt you. Like it just takes up so much of the little bit of time that I got. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I know
So
what you're saying. I can't do Mondays, man. I gotta do some like community college work.
oh, for real. Okay. Yeah, you need to be
Yeah,
focused on school.
I had to
You know
focus
what
on
I'm saying?
school.
Yeah. Hey. What's it called? It's time for you to go on there now. Coincidence. Time for you to go
go
on there
right.
now. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Over there on Sunday and get them niggas at work.
I want to go there. Wait, can you link me the link to the dude's channel or video, whatever?
Yeah, just drop it in the chat. He want to see it. So I don't get that. I don't understand their rationale, man. Like Like
Yeah,
our
me.
history is literally on the books, and I think they feel like if they can question you so much with all these obsolete questions, they feel like if they hit you with a gotcha moment, that they won the entire conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like it just disproves your questions.
Yeah,
Really, they don't disprove anything. Um,
right. Because they
that's
don't
that's
read.
their tactic. Yeah, that's their tactic.
That's their
Right?
tactic, and that's going to be
They'll act like, well, if the Europeans was enslaving the Indians, how was they enslaving the Africans at the same time?
yeah, and it keeps you answering all the questions. That's why I said it's it's a what's it called? They like to produce red herrings all the time, and when they say, "Do you know?" or they begin to belabor you with these questions, just say, "No, I don't know." And you don't know either because you can't prove none of the stuff you're saying. Where are you getting these questions from? What research have you done to lead you to start asking these types of questions? As if the slave trade didn't exist. Where are those millions of white slaves on the west coast of Africa that we know nothing about, that no historian is going to validate? Where are these slaves at? Why would you bring white slaves into Africa where they can't even cultivate the land? They know nothing about cultivating African soil. Their physiology doesn't necessarily allow them to live in such harsh conditions or tropical conditions at that. So, I mean, they would be sweating, they would be weak, they would get sick. I mean, it didn't make any sense.
They be
I
suffering
don't
from
understand.
sunburn.
Yeah,
At
you know
least
what
at
I'm
least his
saying? Like,
story was different though, right? Because before they were saying that the white people were the Africans. So at least this one's being different this time.
Nah, he was
You know?
kind of saying that shit too, because
Oh, so you're saying
yeah, he
that the
tried to
white
push
folks
that
are
shit.
indigenous Africans?
yeah, that's why he tried to throw the million white slaves in Africa. So if they're bringing slaves from Africa, why isn't it the white slave? This is what
Right.
they try to bring
And
it
where's
around.
the record of that? And
There
where's that
isn't.
record at? Because they kept records of the Africans they were putting on the boats. Like, how do you guys denounce? Like, on 1 minute on his show, he's running around saying that the slave trade didn't happen. But then you turning around and now you saying they were white slaves. So
That's
what they
true.
try to do is reconstitute history and uh, just add all type of false lore into it. It's ridiculous. And like I
It is
earlier said,
ridiculous.
you got to
You
But
know
put
the
them
what's
on.
crazy,
You got to
more,
put them on offense.
you want to know what's more ridiculous though is that we're like hearing this from I don't know, dude, but we're like hearing this from like wannabe cult leaders from the MAGA movement. Like if you go on like what is it called, Telegram or any of these like fringe sites, like YouTube knockoffs or whatever, they be talking about that crap a lot. You know?
see, that's not what I'm getting. My point is this: you're gonna say that these millions of white slaves are brought over here, and then you concoct a story of how white people got in power. The only time in history where the slave took over. That's just insane, bro. So I
It
mean,
is
it doesn't make any it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yo, Vino, you ready to show your shit now? You ready for your debate with Gallagrio? Because what date you want to do it at? He wants smoke.
No, I ain't got no presentation yet. I ain't put nothing together yet.
Yeah. How
I'm
long you
just
think it'll
coming.
take you to put something together?
What's
Uh,
up, dude?
Hold on a second, Andy. How long you think it will take you to put your slides together?
I think it'll take me about a week.
About a week. So you want to go in about a couple weeks?
Yeah,
Need
that's
about a couple
perfect.
weeks?
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean,
Okay.
if
So
he was
what
just
date?
trying,
What
he
date?
was just trying to
Cause
debate. He was just trying to debate. He was just trying to debate something crazy like that. That the Africans that that the Africans came from South Carolina to Florida, and I ain't saying that none didn't come. I'm saying that all blacks in Florida didn't come from South Carolina. That's what I was saying to him. But we're gonna chop it up though. We're gonna see what's up.
yeah, you guys gonna come up with agree to a title and not a coincidence is going to be the moderator. So not a coincidence, he's involved in this too. So you got to stay in contact with not a coincidence too, because the debate's going to be on this channel.
Definitely.
Is this the cat
I'm
from
tapped.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Okay. And you
And I want to know where he got that.
from
So you hold on. You got
Those
not before
slaves.
you go,
Hold on,
Chris. You got
y'all.
not to
Hold
see
on,
his
y'all.
email.
Callie,
Not to
hold
see you
on.
got his email.
No. We're gonna exchange that. But Vyasa was saying something. What you said, Vyasa?
if you from Oklahoma, and from what I'm gathering, you Choctaw, right? Being from Broken Bow.
Nah, that ain't me.
Where you from in Oklahoma?
I'm from Oklahoma City, but all my peoples is Seminole.
You got any of them that stay down there?
Yeah. All my most of my family stay in Wewoka, stay in Sasakwa, stay in Seminole and Bowlegs and all the little areas out there.
Is anybody carrying a CDIB?
I don't even know what that is.
See, if you're from Oklahoma and you claiming any of these, everybody likes to go to the five. A CDIB would be a certificate of Indian blood, and it's mandatory you have one if you are claiming adherence to these tribes. And if you can prove that you have lineage to it, whether it be through blood and actual tribal membership or citizenship being a freedman, you should have a CDIB.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my grandpa and my older people got all that. I really ain't the
Well, you would if you have it, if you speak on these subjects the way you do, you would have it, you would know it. This would be your, I don't want to say privilege, but this would be your access to the free medical, to land, to
yeah.
grants, to
I know, man. I
by
just ain't
grants
did
I
all
say
that
school.
myself, but all my family they do that. I just ain't went in there.
You
I
would have got
just
it at
ain't.
birth.
Wait a minute. You don't have that ID at all.
I'm saying that I ain't went to go do what I need to do to make sure that I'm getting what I need to get. Now my family and stuff, they done got a lot of stuff. They done, did whatever they need to do. But I just ain't did it. And
Your
I ain't saying
family,
that,
like your mother.
huh? You say what? But yeah, man, I was saying that I mean, like, I just kind of really just got into this little channel and stuff. I ain't know that, for that you had to come with a whole slide and really had to come with it, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of talk or nothing like that. But I'm gonna go on and put it together so we can go on and rap on it. But I was just asking a question about, because I heard that y'all just be saying that basically that it wasn't no Negroes over here before, and y'all saying, okay, yeah, they was Negroes, but they really not us. That we is basically us didn't happen
No,
until the Africans came here.
nobody's.
Hello, can you hear me?
You know, yeah. Who
No
said
one's
that
saying there were Negroes
that there
here,
was
bro. Ain't
Negroes here? Who
no
told you
Negroes here.
I'm saying, what do y'all consider black? Is it like a certain look? Is it this, what do y'all consider black?
Well, real quick, before we
And, oh,
start belaboring us about African and the word black, I think it's very important that we have the discussion about your ID, because if you're saying that your family has all this certification, what do you mean by family? Are you talking about your mother and your father, that they have all their certification proving that they are of the Seminole tribes?
Yeah, like on my
Because the
mother's
only people
side.
that, uh-huh.
Yeah,
Your
man, on
mother's
my
side,
mother's
like your
side.
grandmother.
Yeah, my grandmother's father is, I don't know what particular band he was from, but he was more of like the Indian.
He a full blood
Because
Indian.
if your mother had that certificate, to get that certification
Yeah,
because
my
she would have
grandma,
access
my
automatically.
grandpa. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got access to, but I just ain't went down there to go
Grandma,
get it myself. No, I'm saying, no, I'm saying that. I mean, that's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they got all that, and we in the books or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. We came over here with them back a long time ago in the 1800s, fought in the wars, and did all that type of stuff like that. But what I was saying was
Can you
that
hear me?
there were. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, what I'm saying that there was Negroes already over here before Africans got here. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, all right, but how are you saying that? Where you getting that?
Well, with some of the, I'll say with this one, uh, I guess book or documentation where they naming them Negroes at the same time, calling, uh, and at the same time saying African. So they say, okay, these is Negroes. These Negroes was born over here, and these Negroes was born in Africa.
What book you talking about?
The rich. Well, this one book was called "The Richcraft of Illinois," or something like that.
It's
Richcraft
a
in Illinois, or something
it's a
like that.
it's a historical book.
I don't know if it's a historical book, but they was showing that whenever the French had settled, had came down from Canada and was coming down to Mississippi, and when they had settled their little settlements, going all the way down to the Gulf in Mississippi and Mobile, uh, that they had little settlements up, I guess, up in like close to Illinois or kind of close up there, kind of by St. Louis area, and they had took some slaves from, I guess, from the islands, and they had brought them up there. But the people were saying that, yeah, we got Negroes that's African born, but they're also Negroes that we got from the lower Mississippi and also from the West Indies. At the same time, they were saying that they got Africans that was born, that they got blacks, that they got Negroes that's from Africa.
And you said the witchcraft in Illinois.
Hold on, hold on, real
It
quick.
sounds like a comprehension problem from what you're saying. No offense, but if they saying that they got Negroes directly from Africa at the moment, they
Yeah,
could
it's called
also be saying
witchcraft in
that they pick.
Illinois.
They
Yeah,
could
it
also
sounded
be
like you were
saying that
saying that those Africans were born in the Americas, but not actually
in the
saying that they
some
are
from
indigenous here,
Africa.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were from Africa still.
Go ahead, Callie.
No, just saying it does. It sounds like a comprehension problem. Like I bet you if we go
Okay, so why
reread,
would they
I bet
say
you if
that
we
they was
read, I
okay?
bet
So
you
you
if we
saying
do you have that?
okay?
Do you have that quote? Could read it to us if you have it on you.
All right, hold on.
And they said, man, and what's the name of the book? And give us the author, because I want to see if we can find it. That book. Maybe we can read it with you.
So this book is about witchcraft. Like, I don't,
You found it, Odyssey?
Yeah, I found it.
What is it? What is it called?
Witchcraft in Illinois by Michael Clean.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
So you
It's
saying
rated.
this
It's
book
rated
is
as a
how?
fable, bro. This book is rated as a fable. You know that, right?
Where you see that at?
I'm looking at it right on the Google homepage. It says right now rating
Wait a minute, he
2.5
left?
fable.
He left? He left?
I'm looking at it.
Did he leave?
Hey, yo,
Nah,
can
he's
y'all
still
hear
there.
me?
Oh
Can
no,
y'all hear me?
hold on.
Oh, he's
Nah, but they,
okay, he back.
nah, but they
Yeah,
talking
he
Yeah, I
back.
hear you,
about,
Jay.
but they talking about so-called one of the first cases where a man got killed uh by law for witchcraft, and that was the only time that ever happened. And they was talking about that in that situation. I mean, within that book, but at the same time, they was bringing up about what they was saying about the people that was living in that area during that time.
So what page is it on?
Mm.
Fable. My bad. Fable is a book company. It's a book reader company. But what page is it on?
I think it's somewhere in the 40s.
Find that page for us so we can go directly to it.
Oh, hold on. I found the whole book. Got it on Internet Archive. I'll put it in the back chat. Okay. Put it back chat. Let me see.
So, brother, you saying that you're you say that you're Seminole, right?
Yeah, I'm Seminole.
Gotcha. What was the name of your native religion? I want you to kind of let's get into some anthropology here concerning your people groups. What was the name of your native religion, and what was it that you worship? Language, etc.
Well, well, I know that
So
we
let's study
spoke to.
comparative mythology.
Well, I know that we spoke to. He teach you or something like that. He teach you or whatever that's called. And
Huh? You don't know the name of your native tongue?
nah, just like I say, I really ain't nobody that be studying that be coming like how y'all be coming with it. But I just kind of be on it as far as just kind of what been going on for years. As far as just what the family been doing for years, and then when you go back and look at certain little things, it kind of just add up. But just like I said, I'm
So,
putting little stuff together to be able to converse with y'all type, because y'all a different animal when it comes to it. Y'all really pinpoint. Y'all really with the
no,
uh,
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm following you here, and you seem very respectful. But what I'm hearing here is you don't necessarily have a clue about your own cultures that you claim to be from. Are you familiar with the history of the Seminole people and the Gullah people from Africa? Are you familiar with them in Spanish-controlled Florida? Are you familiar with that history?
yeah, I'm familiar with it a little bit.
All right, so if you're familiar with that, then you would know that the Seminole people, they were a mixture of many different Indian groups. They weren't just one monolithic people,
I ain't saying that they was. I know it was a whole bunch of little different things going on down there. All
but
I'm
there was a
saying
clear
is,
separation between people that look like you and those scattered tribes that intermingled and later became the Seminole.
well, what I was
People like you
tripping
would
on.
be people that look like you would be considered a Seminole free.
Well,
That
they
even
didn't really
carried over
start
to
saying no
here,
free. Well,
Chris.
they really wasn't saying no freedom. They really wasn't talking like that until they got to Oklahoma. They wasn't talking like that,
You know,
like how
after
they be talking.
1866. It was after 1866.
Yeah,
when
so you
the
know,
Emancipation Proclamation and everything else was signed. So,
yeah,
and
so
the
like it was a
five
lot of
civil
things
rights
going
tribes.
on like 50 years before that.
But that still doesn't take away the fact that people look like you will be considered a freedman.
Yeah, I understand they will be considered a freedman, but uh, there also is another little book. I forgot. I need to get the name of it before I start talking. But I seen it to where they was saying in Florida that the blacks in Florida is kind of different than how people kind of be labeling just African Americans for the simple fact that
We're not talking
uh,
about African Americans respectfully.
or, well, well
Yeah, because that's the
African
one thing I
descent.
noticed that you got.
You talk about
We're
African
not talking
descent.
about. You're not
You
of
talk about
African
African
descent.
descent.
You are not of African descent. So why are you talking about African descent? Why are you trying to talk about that? You're not of African descent. I'm asking you about specifically about your culture, your language, and
Yeah,
your
I'm
religion,
saying yeah,
because you
the
haven't been
African
able
is.
to identify.
I'm saying the African is part of it, but I'm saying also that the Negro Indian is part of it also. That's what I'm saying.
It's
I ain't excluding
okay.
that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
What's
excluding
a
that.
Negro
You know what
Indian?
I'm saying? But the African part,
What's a Negro Indian?
I guess it would be in y'all terminology. What somebody told me earlier was a darker colored American.
Well, it seems like to me right now you're conflating because we're not saying that the freedmen weren't considered black
Nah,
Indians.
I ain't talking about Freeman. I'm talking about when they was first coming through and they was labeling them Negroes.
Oh,
At the
wonderful.
same
Do you
time,
know who it was? That's one. Hold on, let me explain that right there.
at
I'm
the
glad you
same
mentioned this.
time, at the same time, they were saying that there was some Africans at the same time.
Who's
Oh,
saying this?
hold on. Let me get this one right quick. So you had Spanish. You had Spanish. What's it called? Navigators coming over here to America, and when they
Yeah, but
saw the
they wasn't the
Indians.
first ones to bring the
But
Africans though.
we're about to deal with the but we're about to deal with the term Negro as it applies to First Nation peoples over here in this
Saying, yeah,
space.
the Spanish came over here before they even was
May I
bringing
talk?
Africans. Okay.
Yeah, may I talk? Okay, wonderful. So the Spanish, the Dutch, the French, and the British, they all have different social constructs. And when the Spanish saw people of darker color or brown hue, they called them Negro. They weren't calling them Negro as in Africans. They were calling them Negro as in their skin tone. Jack Forbes has an excellent piece of work called the term Negro as it relates to Native Americans. They knew the difference between Africans and First Nation peoples that were here. So yes, they called them Negro, but not because of their ethnicity, but because of the color
Okay,
of the
time out.
skin. And
Pause.
we're not.
Okay, time.
Let me
Okay,
finish. Let me
time
land
out.
my
Pause. So you
plane.
consider?
Please don't
But
time me out. Let me finish, and you can talk. I'm very patient. All right, show me the same type of patience that I've been showing with you. So we're not saying that Native Americans did not have a darker hue. We're not saying that they did not have melanin. But what you guys are doing is you're confusing these terms and not quite understanding the social constructs as it applies to the Spanish people. See, it's called a worldview. The Dutch eventually picked up that word from them also. Later on, the word Negro became associated with slave. And the Queen of Spain herself, she even had to sit up there and delineate between the First Nation peoples here and the Africans with the word Negro. She said, please don't call the First Nation peoples Negroes because Negro is speaking specifically about slaves. Jack Forbes has an excellent work based around this. So I'll let you go ahead now.
all right. Well, just like I was saying that. Um, yeah, they was labeling them Negroes at the same time. Uh, so what my question is, what's a maroon then? Is that the
Okay, so
same thing as a Negro, or is that the
okay,
African?
okay, so this is
Oh,
where
yeah.
these conversations get real silly. Now you want to talk about maroons, but you're.
I mean,
Let me
I'm
finish. Let
saying
me
we on the
hold on.
same.
Hold on.
We
Hold on.
on
Hold
the
on. Hold
same.
on. Hold
Damn, I
on.
only got out a couple of things. We on the same topic. We on.
I
I
thought you
just
said
asked
I can
you.
answer the question.
Yeah, we on the
I
same
thought you said I
topic.
can answer the question.
I'm saying, but I was still answering my
Okay,
question.
wonderful. But why are you? That's cool, but why are we talking about Maroons when you
It's the
yourself are a
same thing, right?
Seminole? And the
It's the
people,
same
hold on, let me finish,
because
please.
Seminole come
You're
from
getting very
maroon.
aggressive.
Seminole
Okay,
is a French. Seminole is a French term, but it comes
okay,
from maroon.
okay. That's cool. If can I talk real quick? Is it okay?
Right?
Because this is where the ad nauseum comes in at,
I mean,
Mr.
but tell
Court.
me, is that true?
May I finish? I'm
I
gonna
mean,
show
is
you.
that true first? I mean, first, is that true? Do Seminole come from maroon?
Now you're trying to get Chris to answer a certain way. I know what you're trying to
I'm
do. Go ahead,
saying
Chris.
first, I'm saying first, let's get past that first, and then we're gonna go to the next thing.
No, I'm not gonna answer the question the way he wants it because he's
That's
trying to.
crazy. I just said
He's
it's
trying.
a Seminole. It's a what's is Seminole French and maroon is Spanish for the same thing, right?
Give me my headset for a minute here. My headset fell out. Give me a second. Shit.
Yeah, Chris not gonna let you put a W up on the board for some bullshit. That's what is not gonna happen.
How is
He
that some
gonna answer the right
bullshit?
way.
How is that some bullshit? If we talking about Seminoles and it's the same thing as a maroon.
Hold on, let Chris go. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, yeah. Give me a second. Okay, testing one, two, three. Can I be heard?
You're good. You're clear.
Okay. Okay, now I should be even clearer now. What I'm asking for him here, how do the Maroons and the Seminoles, what's the significance about the Maroons and the Seminoles? What are you trying to prove with this? Because you're already stated that you're a Seminole. Now you're saying Seminole is a French word.
It is. It's not.
Okay, so you don't even know the original term of your First Nation people. You come across as an
Okay.
internet Indian.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You got turns up. I'm saying we trying to get to it. So I mean,
Just show me the significance of the Maroons as it applies to the Seminoles. That's what I'm asking you to do. Because what you're doing is that's a generic fallacy when we're talking about the Seminoles and how it applies to you, and now you're talking about Maroons. These sound like typical Aboriginal arguments, and I thought you wouldn't do this today. I'm
what
not
I'm
going to allow
saying
you to
that there was.
dictate. I'm not going to allow you to dictate the parameters of the discussion
I
with
wasn't.
your
Come
ad
on,
hoc
man.
fallacy.
Here you go. Here you go getting bougie. Chill out, my nigga. Hold on. What I'm saying is that it was Maroons in Florida. It was Maroon Indians in Florida also.
Wonderful. Are you a Maroon?
Well, what I'm saying is that I tell you that I'm a Seminole.
I'm
And
saying
Seminoles,
you're
and
saying that you're
Seminoles, and
Seminole,
Seminoles,
but you're
and
just saying that they
Seminoles,
go
and
together.
Seminoles, and Seminoles is considered as black. Seminole Maroons, they considered as Creek. They considered
Seminoles are
as
not considered black, sir.
about
Seminoles
about
are not
six
considered
different
black.
things. It
Seminoles are
does.
not considered black. Where did you get that from?
I guess I gotta go. Hold on, let me see if I can find the source real quick. Hold on.
And I want to display this to the audience. This is how you never let them dictate the parameters of a discussion. Keep them right there. If he says he's a Seminole, we want to learn about the Seminoles. I'm not going to go to the Maroons. That's a totally different discussion with a whole set of nuances. You first have to show us how the Maroons and the Seminoles, what's the significance of these two as it applies to you. I'm not going to let you do that.
And it's very easy to do. If he knew the history, he would know exactly how, where, and when to do it. I'm a fall back, but it's easy to do. It's very, very easy to do.
Ding, ding, ding. Go ahead, not a coincidence. I land my plane.
Hey, Chris, I got something for you. The thing is, it's a physical book, but there's an article I want you to read to answer one of your questions from earlier on the rationale. And it's
The
the
rationale,
race
the
question of the
rationale pertaining
46.
to The rationale
to the
concerning what?
Avos,
To the
to the
Abos?
Avos. When you ask, yeah,
I'm talking to?
when you ask, I'm Vasai, I'm Bubba.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, there's an article. It's a good one to have to break down the psychology of them. So the race question of the 46th state by L.J. Abbott. It was published in 1907. If you can get your hands on it, that's a good one to have in your arsenal.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you. That's thank you very much. That's something. If you could put it in that back chat, I'll grab that. But I
Oh, I only
wanted to
got
see
it.
where
I
he
got
was
a
going to
physical
go.
copy. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you got a physical copy. You want to send it to me?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Uh,
We'll get a when we get a moment. I'll get an email or
yeah,
something,
just
and I'll send you one.
yeah. Chris Harris 313 at gmail.com. Because I want the gentleman to explain to the audience who the Maroons were. Now, I would like for him to do that because he went there.
Yeah, they got them. Yeah, they got them listed as black runaway slaves. Uh, they got them
You
listed
forgot
as.
of you forgot of African
Yep.
descent.
I'm saying they
You
got a
forgot that
whole.
part.
Yeah, they got that, but I'm talking about the other stuff too. They got like a whole list. It ain't just one thing to where you trying to put it at.
No, it's of African descent only,
No,
bro.
Like, it's
it's of
African
African
descent.
descent, sir.
Well, just like
It's of African descent.
well,
Here, let me
well,
read
but
it
just
to
like
you.
I say,
Let me read it to you here first.
just like I
Hold on,
say,
hold on.
well, but just like I say,
Let them talk. Go ahead.
Maroons is like they consider Maroons as originals from America.
No, they consider
No,
them
they did
people of
not say that,
African
bro.
descent.
Yeah, they do.
No.
You made that up. You're incorrect. Because I want to give it back to the panel because I don't want to dominate the panel. You're
No, this is a good
incorrect on
discussion.
that,
We
and
gotta
you
stay
don't.
here, Chris, because we gotta stay here, Chris, because
We
this is
are.
what he's
We're
doing.
definitely going to stay here. We're definitely going to stay here. But what he tried to do was a fallacy of conflation, right? When we were talking about the Seminoles, and he didn't understand the Freedmen Seminoles, nor did he understand even
Man, you
The
talking
Gullah
about
people.
1860, my nigga? We talking about
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Can I finish? Just let me finish, and you can come back in. You don't have to talk to me about dates. I'm very familiar with dates. Dates aren't going to help you here either. You see what I'm saying? Dates aren't going to prove that you're a Seminole today. All right. But let me get this for a minute. All right. So you're not he's not even how can I sit up here and say
one
it?
tribe
He's
either,
not
man.
compensating.
No, don't
He's not
interject. Don't interject, man.
compensating.
You guys are having a dialogue. Continue, Chris.
Yeah, those are bully tactics. He's not taking into effect that the Seminoles were came in contact with the Gullah people, which were also runaway African tribes, and how they became a confederacy together, fighting against American oppression, right? He or the colonialists or Spanish controlled Florida at this time, right? But then he goes to the Maroons, and I want to read this to you, a la Merriam-Webster here. And it says, Maroon, a black person of African descent who escaped slavery and formed or joined a free and often secluded settlement or a descendant of such a person. Wherever Africans were enslaved in the world, there were runaways who escaped permanently and lived in these free, independent settlements. So the word African is mentioned here, but you keep on trying to somehow make the Maroons the Seminoles when you necessarily don't even understand the Seminole history. You don't understand the language. You don't understand the religion. You don't understand any of the foods they ate, but you're ready to get on here and start conflating dates and historical events as if that somehow proves that you're Seminole. One of the things you mentioned was is that your family had access to all the records. Well, if your grandmother was a Seminole, and she can be a black Seminole freedman. We're not saying that she can't, right? But if she had it, then she birthed your mother, then your mother would be given a card also, as the gentleman said. And if you were born, she would have access to those medical facilities also, and you would automatically have it. You don't have to go put on an Inspector Gadget jacket in order to get these things and find these things.
Gotta go
I'm
sign
just
up
gonna,
for it.
yeah, I'm just gonna say it like this. I don't believe you.
All right.
Thank you.
So
You're
just
a good
like I
dude. I
stated,
respect you though. I respect you though. You were being. I'm gonna respect you though. You seem like a cool dude, but you're a little misled when it comes to history, bro.
nah, just like I stated, man. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that it wasn't no Africans in America. It wasn't no African Seminoles. I ain't saying that, man. I'm saying that it was Negro Indians over here too. So, hold on, I'm gonna get some sticks real quick. I'm gonna get back to the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all to go to this uh,
When those Negro
video.
Indian Seminoles,
Yeah. What they
that's
talking
a
about? But let me get two
That's
things and let
cap.
me stick real on.
no, they weren't.
That's
That's
just
cap.
flat out cap.
There
You know
was
what's funny thing, Chris? You know what's funny, Chris?
there were the
What's
only
up,
You
ones,
know
man?
what's funny,
right?
Chris? There were
What's
Maroons
up?
all over the Americas, and they were all of African
Exactly.
descent.
They were all of African descent. That's why I said, remember when he first went there, I said, we're not going to deal with the Maroons. I'm not going to allow you to dictate the parameters of discussion. You're not an African. Why are you talking about African history? This is weird to me when they do that. That's weird.
Cause he's West
Like,
African
Man, it
too.
ain't
That's
weird,
why,
man, because
Chris.
we all mixed in, man.
No, it ain't
At this
all
point,
mixed in, nigga. You a
we all
Negro,
mixed
you
no, no,
are
no,
in.
no,
But
don't,
you
at a,
don't,
are
don't,
West
don't, don't
African
cuss
too.
them out. Don't cuss them out. Don't cuss them out. We're not doing that. We don't have to do that,
You know,
dog.
I'm
I'm not
saying
trying
that
to
we
cuss him
all
out. That
mixed
just slipped
in at
out.
this point. But I'm saying that at the time it was Negro Indians over here. You
No, it
know what
Okay.
I'm
wasn't.
saying?
What did I explain to you what Jack Forbes wrote about that? That was those were Spanish people writing that, calling people of darker hue
No, because
Negroes.
it's like I stated, I'm supposed to show y'all to this one
Sure,
video
sure.
where
A
this
video.
yeah
Video.
video where an anthropologist or one of them historians or one of them people that's a professor at Georgia, but they're gonna talk about the more about the maroon
I'm sorry,
Indians in Florida.
Maroons. The
Yeah, maroon
Maroons were
Indians.
people of African descent.
Man, that's not, man. Maroons is
Can you show me a
also
primary? Can you show me a primary that disagrees with the assessment of who the Maroons were?
Good luck with that.
yeah,
All
I'm
you got
gonna
to do
try
is
to
give
get
us
to
a
this.
primary.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Give
I'm
me
because
gonna
one
try to
that's
get
I
to
want
reasonable.
that.
that video. Hey, Chris, I want that video where he got said that professor, because you know that professor's not saying what he said, right? That
I
professor,
And
know.
he's the
everything
comprehension.
No professor would teach
the
you that.
professor is saying that the professor is saying that the Tabaka Indians down in Florida that was supposed to be
They did.
destroyed in 1709, they're saying that them was maroon Indians that's originally from Florida,
I want that video, bro.
and
I want that video because I guarantee it don't say
okay,
what you
hold
say.
on. As soon as I pull up, I'm finna tell us let's go on and look at it. And it's
It's
saying
just
that
reading with not a
these
coincidence
same
pulled up on
people,
it.
these same peoples were slaves to an Indian up in motherfucking North Carolina or South Carolina, and
You
she
know what
was
I'm saying? But just
saying
read
that,
it. Just hold on, bro.
she
Just
was
read it.
saying that it was 10. Okay.
Hold on a second, bro. Just reading what not a coincidence has up here, bro. There's clearly a comprehension issue. You know what I'm saying? Because this
No,
right
it's
here
no
doesn't help you.
comprehension issue because for the simple fact, the reason that I'm saying the maroon thing is because they was going
No,
against that damn
I'm talking about out of that book that you're talking about, bro. But every time you come up with something, it just seems to be like you're not comprehending what you're reading or what you're hearing.
Okay, what I
And
didn't
there's definitely a
comprehend.
comprehension issue. Because
What
I'm
I didn't
looking at what not a
comprehend.
coincidence has up here, bro. And this doesn't help your case on page 44 of that book that you talked about.
And what does it say?
It says
Because I can't see the word.
it said in the Cahokia about 1790, this superstition got the upper hand of reason, and several poor African slaves were immolated at the shrine of ignorance for the imaginary offense. An African Negro called Moreau was hung for
Nah,
his
I'm not talking
crime.
about that. Nah, I'm not talking. I know exactly what you. I'm not talking about that. What they're talking about. I don't know if it's some pages before that, but it's around that area where they saying that yeah, the Negroes in this area it was born in Africa, and the other ones is from Lower Mississippi, and the other ones is from West Indies. It's in
Yeah, those are
it's
gonna be
in that
still
same
those are gonna
book.
be Africa too, bro. They were just Africans born in born in the Americas. That's it.
Nah, because they wasn't even bringing them over
Yeah, they
in
were. You know how
in the
long
French
Africans been
settlements
in the
at that
Americas,
time.
bro?
Yeah,
Hold
but
on.
not
Do
in
you
the
know how
French
long Africans
settlement.
been in the Americas?
Not in
Do
the
you know how
French
long?
settlements. Not in the
No,
French
yeah. Do you
settlement.
know how Africans been
They
in the
didn't even
Americas,
have
bro?
no settlements until the early 17s.
Bro, you do know how Africans been in the Americas, bro?
What settlements did they have in France that
I'm
was
just saying.
down in the
Do you
Miss?
understand? I just want you to
I
understand. Do you know how
understand
long
that. I'm
Africans
talking
been in the
about the
So
Americas?
area where they was.
Yeah.
Cali. You done fell
I'm
for
talking
it.
about the
See
area where
what
they
he
was at.
doing is
Yeah.
what he's doing is let me show you what he did. He want to talk about Africa because he can't prove what it is he claims to be.
Of
So
course he
now
can.
you're trying to discuss. So now you're
It's
trying
right
to discuss
there. It's right
African
there. It's
history.
right there. It's right
All right.
there. It's right
Okay.
there.
So read that. Hold on. Do us a favor. Read that straight on through. Don't
It
add
says
anything. Just read it.
some some of their Negro slaves have been born in Africa. The others had come from
No,
Lower
start
Mississippi.
start a little higher. Let's get a little context.
Start a little higher for pretext, right? So we can get the context. Start at the
Hold
top.
on, but let me make my screen big. Hold on.
Yeah. And what's the name of this chapter?
This is hold on, let me see.
What's the name of this book?
Oh my God, that chapter does not help him at all, bro.
Yeah, it's this one.
I ain't tripping on. I don't need no help. I'm just going off what they were saying.
You got a comprehension issue, bro.
What's the so where's the
Just
comprehension going
read it.
wrong?
Read it
No,
first.
no,
Read it
no, no,
first, and
no,
we'll go
no.
over with you.
Let him read it. Don't let him
Read
escape.
it first. I'm not
Let
gonna
him
help you.
read
Just
it,
read it.
right? Because he's gonna try to go to. He's gonna try to listen to what you're saying, and he's gonna try and have a conversation about the smallest thing you say. Read this
Nah,
text
tell
that
me
you
where
are
I'm
about to
wrong.
read.
Tell me where I'm wrong, man. I brought y'all to this. Tell me
No,
where I'm
we
wrong.
want you to read it
Let's
first.
hold.
Okay,
Yeah, we just want you to read it.
nah,
Read it.
I
Read
just
it.
read it. I just
No,
read
come
it.
on. No. Read it. Come on.
Hold on, but you ain't even got it up there.
Oh, I don't? Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do.
No,
It's up
no,
there.
Okay, I'll read it.
but scroll down
I'll
something.
read it for him. I'll read it for him. And it
But scroll
says,
down some.
"Oh no, I would like to read it." And it says,
Scroll down
according to
because you
historians,
can't even see the
Hold
part.
on, Vino. We're gonna read the whole page. Relax.
we're
Okay, you
gonna
gonna read the
read the
whole.
whole
Okay, all
thing
right. Okay, read
slowly.
the whole thing.
Okay, and it says, according to historians, Alexander Davison and Bernard Stuve, descendants of Europeans, particularly the French living along the Mississippi River, eyed their slaves with suspicion. In their complete history of Illinois, they wrote, quote, it was a very common feeling among the French to dread to incur in any way the displeasure of certain old colored people under the vague belief and fear that they possess clandestine power by which to invoke the aid of the evil one to work mischief or injury to person or property, end quote. One such person living near Cahokia, an elder woman named Jeanette, was widely feared for the purported, ability. Jeanette, stop right there, inspired terror by her appearance that adults as well as children would flee at her approach. In the winning of the in the winning of the West, Theodore Roosevelt also noted the French fear of witchcraft on the Illinois frontier. It must be remembered that the Creoles were very ignorant and superstitious, and that they one and all, including apparently even their priests, firmly believed in witchcraft and sorcery. He wrote, quote, some of their Negro slaves had been born in Africa. Stop, don't scroll, had been born in Africa. The others had come from the lower Mississippi or the West Indies. They practice the strange rites of voodooism. This is not helping you.
Definitely, I told you, bro.
And
So
there were
so what?
adepts in the art
So
of,
what?
excuse me, let me finish, let me, because
Okay.
we get into context here.
All
And
right.
they were adepts in the art of poisoning. Accordingly, the French were always on the lookout lest their slaves should, by spell or poison, take their lives. Why? Because they practiced rituals that would be considered witchcraft to the French because they were Anglo-Saxon Christians. Simple. Right? Understand the history of voodoo or voodoo, as the French called it, because that's a French word. Right? Let's keep going. Um, During the American Revolution, oh, let me stop right there. I'm sorry. France lost control over the Illinois region in 1763 in the Treaty of Paris when King Louis formally ceded to Great Britain. During the American Revolution, American General George Rogers Clark wrested the Illinois county from British control. Virginia claimed the territory after the war and was under the Virginian control until 1784. Although the British and the Americans were accustomed to English common law, both sought to preserve French customs. Virginia law stated that civil officers must, quote, conduct themselves agreeable as much as possible to the laws, comma, which present settlers are now accustomed to, end quote. But that they were allowed to pardon persons found guilty under these laws, except in cases of murder or treason. Article 27 of the Black Code of Louisiana prescribed the death penalty for, quote, the slave who strikes his master, his mistress, the mistress' husband, or their children, and causes bruising, blood to flow, or strikes the face. Likewise, Article 28 provided as to the exercises and acts of violence which slaves commit against free persons, we wish that they be severely punished, even by death if necessary. So, what are you trying to prove by reading this?
That they said that the Negroes came from Africa, Lower Mississippi, and West Indies.
Right,
But
it said
didn't you call
African
these?
because,
Didn't you call them Indians before?
yeah.
No,
They didn't even say.
I
And
said
are
what
you?
exactly what the book said. I
And do
said
you
that they
know
said
that
they
the
was
West?
Negroes. They said they
Voodoo
was
killed you, bro.
Negroes.
Voodoo killed you.
Some was born in Africa. The other ones come from Lower Mississippi, and the other ones come from West End. That's all I said.
Okay,
And,
so
and,
yes,
and,
there
and
were
they practice
slaves.
voodoo,
Hold on,
bro.
Cali. Yeah, they practiced
Yeah, but
voodoo,
hold
was
on.
which are West African traditions.
Yeah, and that just because they're born, they could have been born in Mississippi, but that doesn't make them non-Africans. They're still Negroes. Some of them are born in Africa, some aren't. But what they have in common is these West African practices, voodooism and shit like that.
Yeah, so
You get
and you got
that?
to understand what else you read. What's up, Sheriff?
Even the
Good, good,
ones
good,
born in
good, good.
I mean, when I
ones
hear how
born
y'all trying to spin it though,
are doing the same thing. No,
There
it's
ain't no
not spinning.
spinning
That's
it.
what listen. This is what they're talking about, bro. They're talking about how these French they're scared of these Negroes because they be poisoning them and they're blaming it on voodoo, right? And what the African has in common with the American born Negro is they're both doing this synchronism. You see that?
well, if you keep reading in there, they also say something about the Indian medicine man.
That's somebody totally different. They're not calling the Indian a Negro. You see how
Not at
that's a
all.
different person.
Distinction.
So yes, there was Indian in all indigenous communities. They have what you want to call medicine man or things like that, the obeya and things like that. Indians had that a form of medicine men also, but they're not calling the Negroes Indians. You see that, right? You're trying to
Yeah, but
make
what
them
I'm
Indians.
saying is that no, no, no. Okay, what I'm saying is that
I gotta step
they
away
didn't
one.
have, yeah, that they didn't have, uh, they wasn't bringing blacks from Lower Mississippi that was slaves. I mean, that was coming from the West Indies. They come from the Lower Mississippi.
I'm sorry, the West Indies was part of the transatlantic slave trade, sir. And then you had Africans
Facts.
who were born,
Okay,
and then you had,
tell me,
hold on, let me finish, hold on.
where's the black
Let
people
me,
in the West Indies before they got there?
okay,
Where's the black
okay,
people in South
pause.
America at all?
Okay, so y'all see what he's doing again. Now he's
I'm just
begging the
asking the question.
question.
I'm just asking the
No,
He moving the
question. You
this
keep
is.
goalposts
going
up, bro.
May
into
I finish? Hold
you
on.
keep going into
May I
tag
hold
teaming
on?
your homie.
May
Y'all see what he
hold
doing?
on, bro.
I'm
May
just
I
asking the
finish?
question, my nigga.
May I
Damn.
finish? May I finish?
You keep on tagging your homie. I'm just asking the question.
Okay, may I finish now? So what this
Okay,
article
please.
is saying is what they're saying is that the French had slaves that were born in Africa. But that does not mean that there weren't descendants of slaves being born over here below the Mississippi.
So why they just wouldn't just say that they just from Africa? Why would they put all the
Because
other
this
shit in
is
there?
in this is because this in its historical context,
No,
slavery
no,
is.
no,
Y'all see what he
no.
doing now? Y'all see what he
I
doing?
ain't jacking that.
These
I ain't
are
jacking that.
abo. Hey,
I
real
ain't
quick,
jacking that because
respectfully,
you're
hold
trying to
on.
say, okay,
Respectfully, can I talk? I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Just let me talk, and you can finish. All right, you can finish with your misled source, like you guys always do.
what
Now,
is
that
misled
does
about that?
not because you tried to imply that these were Indians, and it doesn't say anything about that. At that,
I'm
you
saying
tried
they
to read
said they come
halfway
from that
into it.
area. They said
Okay,
they
if
come
you
from
could
that
just let
area.
me finish. Hey, if you could just let me finish, that would be
All
great.
right.
Okay. All right, because it shows you didn't have any comprehension for what it is that you just read. So that's not to say that the descendants of slaves weren't being born in Mississippi. It just said some of them were born in West Africa. And why? Why was this important? Because they would be more keen to their practices of voodoo. They would have they would have a fresh understanding of this, and they would be able to come over here and teach this to the slaves that were here. This is why the French would be afraid of it, because these people aren't Christians. That's the context of this. It doesn't make mention of
Man,
these
no,
people
it's
being
not,
Indians
man.
in
No,
it.
it's not.
Hold
No,
on.
it's not. No, it's not.
It's
No, it's not.
mentioning, y'all see, the name of the chapter is witchcraft, first of all. Second of all, it's speaking about voodoo as it applies to people of African descent, which is a traditional religion on the west
And
coast of Africa.
you going too deep into it.
Well, can you show me why you're begging the question about something that doesn't make mention of these people being Indians because you're not familiar with the transatlantic slave trade
Facts.
nor its history?
Well, fact.
And
Well,
on top of that too, bro,
okay.
French have been involved in transatlantic slave trade since the 16th century. So you said that they didn't start until the 1700s. That's fact. That's a false.
Because I didn't say they didn't start. I said they didn't have them over here in the French territories. That's what I said.
Who told you that?
Uh, they
Who
I guess
told you that? Who told
did nobody tell me that the book
What
of the
was
company
Haiti? What
the
was
book
Haiti?
of the book of the
What was
company.
Haiti? What was Haiti? What was Haiti?
The book of the company
No,
where they
no,
was
no,
getting
no,
the
no.
No,
slaves
What
answer
from
was
the
is when they
question.
Haiti?
and when
Was
they and
Haiti
when
not
they
a French territory?
We're
man,
waiting for an answer, sir.
I'm talking about them having slaves
Okay,
over
can you
here
ask the question, bro? That
in the
Haiti is in the
United
Americas,
States.
right?
Man, we not
Is
talking
it,
about the islands. We not talking about the islands. We
bro?
talking about lower Mississippi. We talking about lower
They
Mississippi right
just
now.
talked about
We talking
slaves
about
being born in the
lower
islands
Mississippi.
in this
Okay,
paragraph.
okay, that's cool. We talking about the lower Mississippi right now.
Well,
And
let's
the
look at the
West
That's
lower
what
Indies
we talking.
too.
Mississippi.
We're not talking
Why
about
are you
Haiti.
It's
I
fucking
don't know
nuts,
why
bro.
niggas even
cool?
brought
So
up
let's
Haiti. We
talk. Hold
talking
on,
about
hold
the
on,
lower
hold on.
Mississippi.
So let's talk about lower Mississippi. Are you
Okay.
implying the people that they were there, according to this text, were Indians or Seminoles?
I'm not saying they was. I'm saying they was
Because you're a
Negro. I'm saying they was Negro Indians.
Yeah, in
they
the
were
book.
West
Negro
African
Indians. Where does it
practices.
say? Where? No, 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 no. Cali. Don't worry, I got them. Where does that say this in this text?
It says the Negroes is from the lower Mississippi.
Yeah, but where does it
That doesn't
say
mean
that
they
they were
were ever
Negro
from there.
Indians?
Them is the
Where does it
only
say that at?
inhabitants. Them is the only people from their area.
No. This is why I call it. You guys are
Who else
begging
is
the question.
who
It
else is
doesn't say
who else
Negro
who else
Indians.
is
It
from
doesn't
that
say
area?
that here.
It says
You
Negro
made
from the
it
lower
up.
Mississippi.
Now you're.
It says Negro from the lower Mississippi. So what's the lower
It just
Mississippians?
says Negroes.
What's the lower
It just
Mississippians?
says
Okay, tell me what is the lower
slaves
Mississippians?
were there
So
too.
Tell me
look.
what is the
Slaves were there
Mississippians?
also.
So
Okay,
hold
It
can
doesn't
you tell me
give
what the
that. This is your
can you tell
text.
me what the
You see how you.
Mississippians are?
You see how you
hold on.
guys. Hold on. You
Can
see
you
how
tell me
you
what the
keep on. Oh, I'm gonna let you
Mississippians?
talk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Not a coincidence. Go ahead.
Listen. So it says some of their Negro slaves have been born in Africa. The others come from lower Mississippi. Now, you see, they're talking about the same people, just different birthplaces. Now, for these Negroes to be Indians, we need to see a definition where Negro means Indian. You're just
I think
making
I
that.
think he got confused because of the West Indies part. Not a
No, I
coincidence.
think
That's a
confused.
good
They
point.
said Lower Mississippi, and
Throw that out now.
No, don't give him
Mississippians
that. Don't give him that
is a
analogy.
section
Don't
of
give
the
him that.
Indians, right?
You trying
Is
to
the
throw
Lower
that
Mississippi
because
is lower
is
is
it,
the
it
Lower Mississippians considered
no
of some type of culture of some Indians?
no. You're
Begging the
making these
question.
Negroes that. You're making these Negroes that. They didn't say that they're Mississippians. They
They
said
said they
they're from
so
lower Mississippi or the
why would they say it like, okay, like the Western, like they from the West Indies?
Did you
That's
pass
the
third grade
Caribbean, bro.
English? That's the Caribbean.
Okay, so
That's
so
part
y'all
of the
tell me.
transit.
Okay, so
Excuse me.
so
Hold
y'all
on.
tell me.
Wait.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
wait a minute. Yes, oh my God. The West Indies was part of the transatlantic slave trade. They dropped slaves off there. This
So you
source daggers
okay?
you.
Okay, so you telling me that
Hey,
it was
Chris,
never?
where's Haiti at?
Oh my God.
Isn't
It's a
Haiti in
that's
the
a
West
that's
Indies,
a
aka the Caribbean?
yes, Haiti. Yes. That's a French controlled
Hold on, but
territory.
y'all. Hold on, but y'all done already said that there was darker colored Indians over here before when they came over here. They just not us,
Darker
right?
color
He's
does
moving
not
the
equate.
goalposts.
Yes,
Hold on,
no,
but
he's
y'all
not
said
moving the
that, right?
goalposts. He's making an
Y'all said it
argument
there,
from
right? Or did
ignorance.
y'all say it was darker colored Indians?
I want y'all to let him talk. Let
yeah,
him talk.
Did y'all say that? Okay,
not
first,
Negro.
Let him
first we're gonna
talk.
get past that. Okay, first we're gonna get past that. Did y'all say that?
I'm sorry, sir. You produced a source, and
I'm
within
saying,
this
did
source,
y'all?
now you hold on. Let
Oh
me
my
finish.
God.
Respectfully, you produced this
This is
source to try to prove a point showing Negro Indians when it doesn't say that. Now your ass up here begging the question, bro.
So, okay, so
Give
why
it
would
up.
they
You
label?
lost. This is
Why would
talking
they
about
label?
African practices
So
of
why would they label?
voodoo. Of
So why would they?
voodoo, excuse me.
So why? So why would they label the Batianos maroons?
Okay, cool. Can you show me
It
where
was
that
saying
said?
the
Hold on.
titles.
No. Can you show me where that says that in here in this article that you produced?
No, not in this article. It's in
Okay.
another book. Hello.
That has never happened.
This shit crazy, bro.
Yo, Vino, listen. Let me ask you a serious question. Are all
Man, I'm
dark
just
skinned
ain't making
people
this up, man.
You're
You say
not
what?
confusing me. You're the one
Vino,
confused. Go ahead. Not a coincidence. I'm gonna mute
Vino,
out.
Vino, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, are all brown skinned people the same?
No, they not, and that's why I asked you in the beginning.
Hold
That's
on.
why when I asked you in the beginning, what do you consider black? Do you consider a certain color of black?
Bro,
Do you consider a certain
hold on.
type of black?
No, you need to hold on. So now we already established that all brown skinned people are the same, right?
Sad.
Is they a nigga?
Not all brown skinned
Is
people are the
is
same.
is they
Hold on.
considered? Is they okay? Time out. Is they considered a nigga to the European?
No,
You say they not?
No. No.
no.
No,
You would have
no.
to
Native
show that and
Americans are dark
demonstrate
skinned
that.
too, bro.
Okay.
Right. You would have to demonstrate that for us.
So what's the difference between a real dark African and a light skinned African?
You see how
Nothing.
you got more questions. Hold on. No.
No,
You
I'm
see
just
how you
asking a
got more
question.
questions. Yeah, I know you asking a question. You got more questions than answers.
But I answered all your questions.
I
You
know.
have
I want to
not
get back
answered
to
any
this
of
book,
them.
though. I want to get back to this book, this reading comprehension problem I have.
This book is killing you, bro. You already died by your source, bro. Once they brought up voodoo, it was over for you. Understanding,
No,
you know where
it's
voodoo
not,
come from, right?
man. No, it's
Voodoo
not.
comes from
I'm
Togo,
not talking
Benin,
about voodoo.
Nigeria.
I'm not talking about
No, but
voodoo.
this chapter talked about it, bro. They
Oh,
talked about all those people, whether they're born on the continent of Africa, the Caribbean, or
Hold
in
on.
Mississippi, were practicing voodoo.
Why would they also bring up an Indian medicine man also within that same book?
That don't have
Within,
nothing to do with those Africans.
Oh, no, stop. Listen to what he's saying, an Indian medicine man. Why didn't they call these Negroes right here that we're looking at Indian? Because they're not. They're different. If they was Indians, they would have wrote it here. Do you get that?
yeah, I get it.
So they're not. You're making them Indians. This book is not making them Indians
at all. It's a clear distinction, bro, in this book. This book has clearly made them West African, bro, as described
The
as
book
West
said
African.
that they was
It
Lord
clearly
Mississippian.
tells you. No, it does not
Yeah, but
say
the book
that.
told me they was Lord
What you're trying to
Mississippian.
do, no, it does
Oh,
not. It
That's it.
says that, hold on. It says right here that some of the French people's slaves were born in Africa and some were born in Mississippi. Who are the some? They're still talking about the African slaves.
Nah, man, stop it.
Yeah, man. See, that this
Yeah, it
works in
is,
your
bro.
Avo community.
With the West African practices, bro, you can't have this lack of comprehension, man. Do you lack comprehension skills? I'm not trying to be funny, because that's part of it. That's implying it right there. When they bring up voodoo, that implies it.
Stop it, man.
What he's trying to do, Did you go to school? No, Cali, you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to see, because he's trying to run to Mississippian culture. He's trying to run to that nonsense now.
I ain't running to. I'm just saying that's what they said.
I know that's exactly what you're trying to do.
No, they didn't say that at all.
It doesn't say that these people. It doesn't say anything about Mississippian culture.
It don't say nothing about
in Mississippi.
Yes, they're talking about voodooism. They're talking about voodoo. You want to know? Should we look up where that's from?
Yeah, we know where it comes from. Pull it up now to see. We know where it comes from. Benin, Togo, Nigeria, West Africa.
They're telling you the culture they're practicing. They said, look, they have practiced the strange rite of voodooism. That ain't no Mississippi.
It's a French word. It's a French word. And it's talking about French colonialists. You daggered yourself on this source.
Yeah,
You died by a source.
You died by your own source.
Y'all stuck on the voodoo. I'm talking about where they said that the people. I'm talking about where they said that the Negroes
hold on, watch this. What's the name of this chapter? Hold on. What is the name of this chapter?
It's witchcraft in Illinois.
There you go.
And I'm saying they wasn't bringing no slaves from
Illinois country. That's the name.
There you go. Adding false lore to a text that already has a historical context.
I'm saying that they wasn't bringing.
You guys just ain't honest.
Damn, my nigga, they not bringing no slaves from the lower Mississippi that's connected to the.
Sorry, I just told you right here they did.
That's connected
you
to the
didn't even read the whole text. Excuse me, you didn't even read the whole text, and I don't know what the hell you're talking about right now. That, what you just said made sense. Hold on. Now, I can tell you pulled. Hold on, I can tell you pulled this up by typing in something like West, and when you pulled it up, because all the words that has West in it are highlighted, I can tell you ain't read this book. You don't even have a grasp of how to wield this sword here, because you didn't even know what Voodoo. You didn't even know that Voodoo was a West African. It was West African culture. That daggers y'all right there.
Nah, no, it don't,
kills you, bro.
No,
Grandma said.
No, it don't. Stop it.
Grandma said. Voodoo don't come from West Africa.
Man, just because they said they was doing voodoo, that's what they gonna say with a black person.
So what Native Americans practice
with any type of black culture?
You gotta show that. You got to show us West. You got to show us. Show us where they said Native Americans practice voodoo. Show us.
Within that, it's somewhere close in there. You ain't gonna miss it too far.
It ain't in there at all.
Where they bring
you never read that in that chapter, bro.
Where they say that it's
it never says that Native Americans
that they basically doing the same thing. It never
said that, bro.
They said they basically doing the same thing as the Indian medicine man.
No, they didn't say that. at
It
all.
is in there.
You
It's
just
in
It
made
there.
that
doesn't
shit
even
up.
say that.
It's in
You
there.
just made
You
that shit
made
up,
that
bro.
up.
I'm not making it up. It's in
You
there.
made
I read.
that. You made
I
that
read it.
up.
It's
Bro,
in there.
bro, you
It's in there.
freestyling like a
Hey, y'all
motherfucker,
know what
bro.
they
It's in
do?
there.
Hey, this is another thing they do. They'll read these sources, and
It's in
in
there.
their echo chambers, everybody be agreeing with them. They're like, "See, look right
I'm saying
here,
it's in there,
Mississippi.
man.
Where
I'm
the
just.
black people coming from Mississippi from?
I'm like, why would they
Uh-huh.
say it?
I'm Seminole, but
Why
don't
would they
even know
say
the
it?
name of my own native language.
Why would they
I'm
say it?
Seminole, but don't even have my own ID."
Why would they say
They're
it?
explaining it to you. And your begging of the question is hilarious. You've been begging the question the entire night now. This
Yeah, you
source does
ain't.
not support you.
Man,
I'm
you
You
need
like,
to
I'm
can't
take a
just
reading
convince me
saying
that this
proficiency
source is
test.
that's a
supporting you.
Hey, Chris,
that's
do you think
another
he's
little
ever
thing.
taken a reading proficiency
What
test?
up?
Do you ever
I
think he's
don't think
taken a
he
reading
understands how to
proficiency test?
comprehend. I don't think he comprehends what he's reading too well.
No, he doesn't. It's clear.
And I'm being nice here.
Do you think he
I
could
don't think
pass a
he's
reading
comprehending.
proficiency test? Do you think he could pass a reading?
Hold on, man. Hey, hold on. But let me put this
But
link
I
to
like,
this.
hey, yo, real quick though, dog. I like you though as an abo. You all right. I
Yeah, he's
fuck with you
solid.
though.
He's
You all
solid,
right.
bro.
Yo, can
I
y'all hear
fuck
me?
with you though.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, my fucking computer crashed on me again. But it's late anyway. I'm about to get up out of here, man. My phone about to die. Been on here
Oh,
like
you
All right,
about to
3
go?
yo.
hours.
Okay. Vino,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to connect with Nada C because Gullah gonna wipe the floor at you.
Nah,
Yeah, Gullah gonna
man.
wipe you.
He tried to.
And you
He
lucky,
trying to come. He trying
Hey
to
Vino,
come.
and you lucky you ain't debating me,
He
cause I
trying
would
to come with a.
smooch you.
He trying to come with an
It's not a
angle where
coincidence. This was fun, bro, man. I'm out, man. Peace.
he trying to come with an
Grandma
angle where he
Hey,
know he
said.
Lotus,
gonna win. But
Lotus,
you know what I'm
Lotus,
saying. But I'm still
and
gonna get him
Smoke.
up out of there
Y'all
though.
late.
Ain't not a coincidence. Don't run now, nigga.
Y'all late, man. What you said, Smoke?
I said, yeah. y'all want
Smoke, what up?
y'all want to jump on one nigga. Then when reinforcements come, all of a sudden your battery die.
Man, it's late now. It's late now, man. It's
Hey
late. I
yo,
gotta go.
look,
You ain't no. First of all, you
look,
ain't no reinforcements,
bro,
nigga.
bro. And
Hell yeah.
your half breed African counterpart, brother, he ran as soon as the smoke showed up. Yeah, let that
Y'all
be a
not no
lesson.
smoke.
Run from the smoke.
Let that be a lesson to you
Yeah,
goofy
Chris
ass
definitely
niggas.
ain't running from you.
He
No
ain't
one's
running
running
from
from
the
you.
smoke. He can't handle the smoke. He already
Smoke.
took that L for the root word. He already took
We've been
that L for
live
the root
all
word.
day. Y'all niggas been scared to death to pop out. But I definitely gotta get up out of here, man.
I
I would
feel you.
love to beat y'all up, but it's late. I gotta go.
Yeah, you guys can come around for Gullah versus Vino. They're gonna have a debate on this channel.
But
They're trying
yo,
to put together
Vino,
the
shout
date.
out, yo, shout
Vino,
out to
good job,
Vino.
Vino.
Shout out to Vino. He a little confused, but I like his demeanor. He seemed like a good guy.
Cool cat. Yeah.
Yeah, unlike these two misfits we got up here,
Yeah, you
Hey
need
Lotus
man,
and
smoke
just
today,
Smokes
run it.
Vino.
and
Hey, this
Hey
gonna be
bro,
the
just
first
Smoke.
run
debate
that
you.
shit.
This is gonna be the first
Hey,
debate you moderated. Not
hey,
to see.
hey,
yeah,
bro. This
yeah.
running that you're doing is not gonna look good on the playback. I'm out this bitch.
I ran. Fuck it, I ran. But yo, I'm out of here, man. Everybody in the chat, peace. Appreciate y'all for sticking around. Share, like the video, and we out of here, man.
Thank you for sharing this night. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.